Oh, good. Chris is here.
All day, every day. That's what I want to do. Seriously.
Exactly.
Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Just gonna drop our Twitch link just because it's fun. Oh.
Oh.
Stevie constantly messing with his mouse latency and all that stuff like it makes any difference when you're playing fucking bots. I bought that Frank Castle skin. I mean, I don't know what's worse, Stevie buying it or you buying it.
Toxic?
I actually don't know what's worse now.
Why am I corrupted?
That's funny.
We got Brian S, Comico Angle, Titanium, Proxycon, Juzzy, Love Matrix first in the chat.
Why do I smell like shit?
Thank you for the update, Juzzy. I'm not going to be live for very long.
How dare they harass Papa Phil, Daddy Phil?
Are they talking about DSP now?
Phil, the sun sky. Phil.
We're talking about DSP.
Phil.
I'm silly, bro.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
Phil.
State of him, bro. Yeah, it's funny.
Must have been that shower or something. Put my ass to sleep a little bit or something. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Exactly, it does feel good. Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus H.
You feel great. Feel great.
Feel great. Feel awesome.
Feel great. Feel good. Feel great.
Feel awesome. Now grab that tin can and throw it at your friend. Bonk!
Okay. I said I'm not sure it was worse, him or Stevie buying it.
Jeez, that game's really dark compared to GTA 4. What the
I've also got a video I want to watch after this.
Yeah, it is.
Wild, bro.
Yeah.
This dark ass place, bro.
Right.
Fuck this place.
This sucks.
Yeah.
This fucking sucks, bro.
I didn't realize Nico was a terrorist. I thought he was a good guy. I don't understand what's going on.
You want to copy what he says again, Chris?
Like, you kill innocent people during the fucking mission. How does that even make any sense? That's
Yeah,
I blew them up. They're dead.
Doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even close.
Doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, Chris.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even died of that shit, bro. Come on now. Nico's a terrorist?
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous, bro. I don't remember the game being that dark, bro. Why is nobody talking about this?
I don't know.
Robots everywhere or something. What the fuck
I don't remember being that dark.
That shit is crazy, actually.
Why don't you copy what he says again, Chris?
Bro, that's dark. That game is dark.
Stevie says one thing, Chris
Yeah,
just
it
parrots
is
it. Yeah, I don't remember it being that dumb.
When I played that mission before, there were people.
You're that fucking dumb, Chris.
Getting kind of hungry, bro. I'll just play a tiny bit, I guess.
See these people flying and shit.
You're that fucking dumb, Chris, though.
Like, it's crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. Yeah, Chris. Real crazy, Chris.
Fuck this shit, bro. I'm just hop off the game, bro. I was in a good mood when I was playing fucking GTA 4. I was in a good mood, though.
Okay, we're rage quitting.
In a day or two.
We're rage quitting.
Have a good one.
Have a good one, Stevie. We rage quit. I wonder if that's because we just booted up. Have a good one. See you later, Stevie, you little freak. Hopefully you don't get killed in some horrific accident in the next few weeks. Like, I don't know, getting run over by a combine harvester or a wild animal mauling you to death for 20 minutes. That'd be really sad. That'd be really sad and not a good thing for humanity on the whole at all. Okay, we're watching this video then. I wanted to watch this video about High Guard. Oh, that ain't it. What was the channel called? Nevlox, maybe? The channel was called... Oh, Nelvox. Someone linked this and I started watching. I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting, and then I didn't finish it. We'll watch from the beginning. It's only 27 minutes.
No audience could see.
It's only 27 minutes. I watched the marathon one and a few of the others. Someone linked it.
The people who built Apex Legends took the closing slot at the Game Awards 2025, usually saved for the year's biggest game trailer. Nobody could tell what they were looking at, and the jokes started before the trailer even finished. The game was High Guard. 45 days after launch, the servers were dead, and the studio was gone. The world watched that free game pull almost 100,000 players, and then evaporate in a single week, and reach the obvious conclusion.
It was joyous to watch this happen.
Dead on arrival. The next Concord.
It was joyous to watch that happen.
It was completely fair, but underneath that loud and very public train wreck, a second story was running on a stopwatch that nobody in that awards show audience could see. There was a deal, signed long before launch, that meant High Guard was a dead studio walking before a single person ever pressed play. Hold on to that conceptual clock, because it plays a pivotal role in the downfall of High Guard.
Absolutely joyous
So how does a team make a game the whole internet turns into a meme within a single afternoon? The easy answer is amateurs, a small crew who overestimated their own capabilities. With High Guard it was the opposite, and that is the surprising part. Wildlight Entertainment was built by people who walked straight out of Respawn, the studio behind Apex Legends and Titanfall. The chief executive, Dusty Welch, had run Respawn's operations, and the game director, Chad Grenier, had run Apex Legends itself. More than 60 of the people who joined them had personally shipped one of the biggest shooters on Earth. These were close to the last people on the planet who should have fumbled a live service launch, so they left to do it their way. The pitch, to their staff and to the press, was independence. No corporate masters, the developers calling the shots, every employee holding real equity.
That went well, didn't it?
High Guard was the game that was supposed to prove the dream worked. Hold on to that word, independence. By the end of this story, it means something very different. And it turns out to be the most expensive word anyone at Wildlight ever said. There was also a confidence to them that is hard to watch in hindsight. Before launch, Grenier said it did not matter whether High Guard drew 1,000 players or 100 million, only that the people who actually played it loved it. From someone making a small passion project, that is almost sweet.
Uh-oh.
From the head of a massive free-to-play game, a genre that runs on huge crowds spending small amounts for years, it is a server bill with no income behind it. They were already talking up a shooter franchise that would run for years, before they had even shipped the one game it would rest on. To really feel the size of the gamble,
glorious.
Look at what they spent 4.5 years building, because they did not make another Apex Legends. They tried to invent a brand new genre. High Guard was sold as a raid shooter, and if that phrase means nothing to you, do not feel bad, because almost nobody understood it, including, by the end, plenty of the people who worked on it. Here is roughly how it worked. 2 teams drop onto a map. You scavenge for resources and fortify your base, the way you would in a survival game. Then you fight your way to a special objective called a shield breaker, and you use it to smash open the enemy base before they can smash yours. So it was part hero shooter, part survival game, and part capture the flag, all bolted into a single contraption. Wildlight called it something the industry had never seen. The people who played it had a less flattering description. The most friendly way to put it was that it was a Frankenstein stitched together from 4 different games, and good at none of them. It reached for everything and gripped nothing. The crueler verdict, the one that stuck, was that somebody had taken Overwatch and run it through a thesaurus. Even the name was a synonym for it, because over became high, and watch became guard. What makes the raid shooter gamble stranger still is how the studio arrived at it. High Guard started tiny, a handful of people, and by the accounts that surfaced later, the team spent a long stretch of those 4.5 years not entirely sure what the game even was. They kept reworking and reshuffling the core idea, pulling inspiration from survival games like Rust, and trying to bend that into a mass appeal, competitive shooter. So the finished product was less a confident vision, executed cleanly, and more a series of pivots that hardened into a genre nobody had asked for, frozen in place on the day the road ran out. They had not run out of talent, only out of money and time, and they shipped whatever they happened to be holding when the clock ran out. Then came the night in December, and the single decision that turned a quiet launch into a public execution. The Game Awards is the biggest night in gaming, a televised show watched by tens of millions of people, and its most coveted moment is the final reveal.
Yeah, that was like the absolute death sentence for this game, wasn't it? Let's see if Stevie went live again. I guarantee you he probably went live again. Oh, yeah, he did.
Fuck is that creepy guy? Who the fuck is that?
No, not interested.
The closing slot. That spot is reserved, by tradition, for the single most anticipated game on the planet.
And Keely
The audience
threw that shit
December
in
was
there.
settled in, waiting for exactly that kind of bombshell. What walked out as the grand finale was the trailer.
Jeff Keely, you fucking fake piece of shit. I loved it. Absolute death sentence. The fact that he tied himself to this piece of shit game, that by association he looked bad when it crashed as well, is even more glorious. Continuing to prove the point that none of these fucking executives or these pieces of shit are gamers, know anything about the industry, should be listened to at all. At all.
For High Guard. The reaction,
Fucking glorious.
in the room and online, was immediate and savage. People had been primed for a legend and handed a hero shooter they could not identify.
Fucking
From
glorious.
a studio most of them had never heard of. The trailer pulled in thousands of dislikes against a few hundred likes.
Good.
And within minutes, a single comparison appeared everywhere at once
Concord.
and never left. This was Concord 2, another generic late-arriving hero shooter
Told ya.
doomed to die on impact, just like the one that had famously cratered a year earlier. The game had not even shipped, and the internet had already drafted the eulogy.
Yeah, good. And it
What
was
makes that
and
night
they
so much
deserved it,
darker
this
in
fucking
hindsight
piece of shit
is how they
game.
got the slot in the first place.
No one wanted this
Studios
shit.
reportedly pay 7 figures, $1 million or more,
No one
just to
wanted
land a
this
trailer
shit.
inside the Game Awards. And the closing slot is the most valuable real estate of the entire night.
No one wanted this
Wildlight did
piece
not
of
pay a
shit.
cent.
It got
By the
exactly what it
reporting at the
deserved.
time, Jeff Keely, the host of the show, had simply played the game, liked it, thought of the studio as friends, and handed them that spot as a favour. Welch confirmed the friendship himself afterward, describing how Keely had loved the game and offered to put an unknown indie studio and a free game on the biggest stage in the medium. As he put it, who wouldn't jump at that chance? And in fairness, who wouldn't? But the gift was a trap. A tiny studio's unfinished, hard-to-explain shooter got hoisted onto a pedestal built for the biggest blockbuster of the year, in front of the most expectant audience that gaming has, and the distance between what that stage promised and what the trailer delivered was so vast that joking about it was the only honest response.
Yep.
They were not given a launch pad, they were handed a podium and then roasted standing on it. So, having been humiliated on the biggest stage in gaming, Wildlight responded
Gloriously.
by going almost completely silent. For about 6 weeks, the studio barely promoted its own game. It did not even push its own trailer on its own channels in any real way.
Wow.
There was a strategy.
How
hiding in that
tragic.
silence. Their old studio had made the surprise launch famous, shadow dropping Apex Legends with
Hilarious.
no warning, and watching it detonate into a phenomenon. Wildlight wanted to run the same play, stay quiet, then drop the game and let it win people over on its own. The flaw in copying that surprise launch is everything that surrounded the original. Apex Legends had the full marketing and distribution weight of a multi-billion-dollar publisher behind it. And it was a polished, finished, deeply refined game. Wildlight had a confusing trailer, a hostile internet, and 6 weeks of dead air that read, to everyone watching,
Brutal.
as a confession. The game must not be ready.
Fucking brutal.
And they were not wrong. On January 26,
If I get a pizza that's 1,088 calories and I split it up into 2 meals, that's fine. Yes. Yes. What you can't do is get it every day and eat it all the time and think that just because it's pure calorie amount that it's okay. You can get it one Friday. Like, you can have a little breakfast. Just a little breakfast. And then you can wait all the way till the evening. 6 o'clock in the evening. Order that pizza. And eat that shit until 2 a.m. And that's your main thing for the day. Yes, that's fine. You can't eat it all the time because your body... You might lose weight, but your body composition will be shit. And you'll start to look like DSP. That's why DSP is so skinny, but still has a saggy belly and man tits. Because the quality of the food he's eating is very low. He's eating fast food twice a week. Frozen breakfast sandwiches, like... just crap. So his body composition is not good. That's why his skin's not very good. Like, all that stuff matters. You will still lose weight. Don't get it twisted. You will still lose weight if you're only eating 1,000 calories a day, even if it's a fucking pizza full of grease and fat and carbs, yeah? But even though you're working out and you're training, your body comp won't be quite as good. They make frozen breakfast. That's literally, he says, I eat a healthy breakfast, and his healthy breakfast is a frozen breakfast sandwich. You haven't got... That's fine, yeah, what Asheron said is true, and you don't even have to necessarily fast for a day. Like, if it's once a month or something like that, I mean, we're talking about... What we're talking about is someone who's specifically trying to lose weight, who's in, like, a weight loss phase, yeah? There's nothing wrong with having a pizza every now and then. Like a takeaway pizza or whatever else. Even if you went over one day, if it's one day a month or every 6 weeks or something, if you did go over one day, it's not the end of the world. But it becomes an issue when the quality of the food you're eating is always shit. Even if it's a low amount of calories, like I said, you'll still lose weight, but you'll just have a bit of a shitty body composition like DSP because you're not getting enough protein and nice things, so you'll have poor skin and you won't build as much muscle as you might have wanted to. But yeah, what is it? Tuesday or something. But if you've had a long day at work and you've got 1,000 calorie frozen pizza and you're like, oh fucking, I've got to train in a minute, but I can't be bothered to cook like chicken and rice and shit afterwards. Yes, it's not the end of the world to have a pizza, split it up across the day, think to myself, well, that's about 1,200 calories. I've got a little bit left. Yeah. It's the other part of it, obviously, is the mental side of eating fast food or prepared food or low quality food. The mental side of it, it becomes easier. It becomes easier to not want that stuff when you're not getting it all the time. For all of his, again, DSP talked all that shit about, yeah, I don't crave this food now. I don't want this food, so I don't crave it. I don't eat it, so I don't crave it. He don't crave it because he eats it all the time. But if you're in that weird little middle zone of still occasionally giving into it, you're still probably going to want it more. Do you see what I'm saying? If you allow yourself to have it more, you're going to you're not going to necessarily crave it more, but you just don't want to normalize every now and then being like, it's okay, I had the pizza, every now and then I'll have the pizza, every now and then it's okay, I'll make up for it. You just don't want to get complacent about your diet. That's the only thing. You don't want to get complacent. There's nothing wrong with having a pizza and fucking it off every now and then. You just don't want to let complacency set in. And then after a month, you look on the scale and you're like, oh, fuck, I didn't lose any weight this month. And then you go, oh, I did have that pizza that one night, and then I didn't go to the gym the next day, and I kind of fucked off for a few days. That's what you don't want, because that will slowly kill all the progress you've made, and you won't notice. You'll just kind of slow down and start to let a few bad habits creep in, and then it will just start to crush all your fucking good progress. So that's the main thing. Just keep that in mind. Just like, this is a treat. I can't have this all the time, and I am going to limit myself after I've eaten it or tomorrow morning. I'm not just going to fuck off and let this like start to slip back in. There you go. Is it true the more you stay at home, the chances of higher of eating more? Possibly. I've never seen that, but I mean, it makes logical sense, doesn't it? You're at home, you're bored, you're not doing anything. Your food's at home, you haven't got to go out. I'm assuming you're not talking about, you know, if you've got stuff in the house and you're indoors and you're just fucking bored or you're low motivation, you're not doing anything. It's probably more likely for you to have a little snacky snack during the day or whatever. As I say, I've never seen that, but logically it makes some sense, yeah. But yeah, that's all, Juzzy. That's all I would say. Just obviously mentally remember where you are and what you're doing.
Sorry about this.
You want to get plastic.
Literally.
I
Oh wow, he's on the camera.
I wonder if this is the truck mission you were talking about.
Look at this.
Yeah,
Look at this
don't bump into anything.
little creep.
And if you do bump
Wow.
into something, make sure it's slow.
Yeah.
Slow bump.
Yeah.
Nico Bellic.
Dude, you didn't tell me the graphics mod makes the scenes better. I didn't know that. Dude, the scenes look better.
I didn't
Oh,
even know that. I was just told to install it.
brought this on yourself.
Yeah.
Things too far. You would be dead if it wasn't for
Oh
me.
shit, what's going on?
That is what Dimitri wanted when he killed Vlad. Dimitri, my brother.
What? His lips are not even in sync with the audio. It's delayed by like a second.
Place that you
What
say
was?
we are brothers.
What?
What the
Huh?
And now
This game
he
is broken
betrays
a
me.
tiny bit, a little bit.
You didn't give him a choice. You should have been calm. No one, not Dimitri, not anyone tells me to
The
calm.
scene's fucking broken, bro. The mod,
You
the
think Dimitri
mod
would
did
have
something, bro, or
some
something.
right
Dude.
Well, this on bro, some bro, fucking broke
No, wait,
bro.
Be some prison queen. Had I not been there, meet for some chin monkey.
Look how fake Stevie is.
I am not dead yet.
Look at the guys' faces. They're like slightly
Come on,
worse
still
graphics.
You fight. Wireless war.
Yeah.
You are nothing, baby.
I don't know how you like get behind cover that forget. I don't know how you get behind cover, you guys. I'm stuck. Why is Nico climbing? What? I can't move. Stupid ass game. I did nothing wrong.
This is literally what watching DSP for years does to your brain.
And to your cousin when Dimitri wanted you dead.
This is what. Oh shit.
Time for mercy's over. I must
What is
rule
going on
best
with
of
him over here?
This is
He's
what
glitched or
watching
something.
DSP for years does to your brain.
Do not abandon your leader.
I shot him in the head.
All the fake faces and all that. This is what watching
I shot him
DSP
in
does
the
to your
head.
brain.
What? That's bullshit. He should be dead. Huh?
This is-
I got cheated. How is he still alive? I gotta run. I can't. Bro, why is my screen doing that, bro? With my oh shit.
Good day.
Maybe it's because you were mashing the fucking keyboard,
Why is
retard.
why is the controls clunky, kinda? What's going on?
Don't be a prick. Get out of my way. Dimitri turned on me, not the other way around.
What's going on? I can't control Nico. Why is it easier to run around a controller? It's probably true. What the fuck is this?
I have only done what I believe. None of you will
I shot him in the head again! How is he not dead?
Betrayed! Betrayed by Dimitri and by you!
Can you just like leave her alive or not?
That's what I was!
I'll just wait for him to talk. That's a good idea. Wait for him to talk. His dialogue, obviously. That'd be funny if he stands there and talks for like an hour or two. That would be fucking crazy.
They took everything from me.
That'd be awesome. That'd be so trollish.
Now they've sent you to take the only thing I
Yeah,
have
that'd be
left.
awesome and so trollish, Stevie.
You have got me cornered. There's nowhere for me to go. You betrayed yourself, Mr. Faustin.
This little freak is drinking beer at fucking 5 in the morning on a Tuesday and talking about how the world is shit and everyone's like... He was talking about having a job the other day and how everyone's like a fucking loser and that. Must be nice to have your fucking dad, like, like fucking babysit your whole life. You being 30 and your mum and dad are paying for where you live, your internet and everything else. Because there's no way this cunt's working full-time or even part-time as far as I can see. Definitely not enough to like feed and house himself.
Goodbye. Nice try, Falston.
Stay down or I will finish you off.
Nice try. GG's. Have a good one, y'all. God, I'm blasted. What the hell? What? What happened? Bro, I fucking blew his head off and he's still alive, by the way, y'all. What's going on?
Should have run
What
away.
the fuck?
What was that? Dude, what is going on my monitor? Dude, what is on my monitor? That's just broken.
Yeah,
That was
sure,
close.
Stevie. Sure, Stevie.
Faustin is dead.
You did a good thing, a hard thing, but a good thing. Hopefully this will mean peace with Petrovic.
Oh yeah, maybe, he said. Hopefully, he said. Maybe. Hopefully. That's hilarious. Huh?
You let me out. Look out of the car now.
What
Look
was
how
that?
fake everything is that he does.
Dude, my monitor's not working, actually. I
Just
cannot make this up,
imitating a
guys.
human.
What is going on? This is bullshit, dude.
It's so fucking weird and creepy. Again, literally,
Did
this
my
is what
monitor
watching
finally
DSP
break
all the
after
time
all
does
this
to
time,
your
bro?
brain.
That sucks. It's not working
Oh
out.
no.
Oh dear. Break something else?
Let me out.
Must be that damn heat. Something, bro. I don't know. Maybe the mod is messing with my monitor. That'd be crazy. That sounds bad. I'm the best. Get shit on. Fuck you. Fuck you. You can't listen to the radio on this thing. That sucks.
In an ambulance?
I feel like I'm playing San Andreas again, almost. Vice City.
You can't listen to the radio in an ambulance,
Oh
no?
yeah, San Andreas, yeah, specifically, yeah, San Andreas specifically. This ambulance.
You nodding your head to the ambulance siren?
What? I missed it? That's bullshit. Whatever. Whatever. Look out!
I'm sorry.
What the hell did he say? That was crazy. I don't know what the...
here, pal.
Hey, pal. It's a different guy this time. I think the last time it was a different guy, and now it's somebody else. And then... Like, what are all those noises? Ding, 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 ding. I really aim with that. How much do I...
Let's go.
Man, you'll never let me drive anymore.
They don't have enough weapons in this game is the problem, and then also you should be
This
able
is
to upgrade your
Wildlands,
weapons
yeah.
at least a few times would have been very smart, very nice. I mean,
Yeah.
a little bit smart. I don't know why they couldn't do something so. It's not that hard to do something so simple like that. I mean, I don't get it. Like, why? How is it so hard to think of stuff like that? Now, this game would have been slightly better if there was like slightly more guns and then upgrading your guns, obviously. Well, GTA 5 does that though. That's awesome. I think GTA 5 does that. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. Upgrade your guns on there a few times. Now, Saints Row the Third, dude. Saints Row the Third game is super good, bro. I like that game a lot, bro. Like that game, like freaking is like I don't know. It's like better, it's like a little bit better in this game, or like about the same. Saints Row the Third.
You like Saints Row 3 so much because it's about the same as GTA? What a fucking retard he is.
That was awesome. Wait, is that Brucey? No, I don't think it is, right? Who is it? Wait a minute, who's this? It's Brucey!
Hey.
This guy's correct. That's not Brucey, is it? Who's that?
Hello?
I'm busy.
I said hello. Ow!
Dude, the audio's fucking out of
boss
sync,
around?
bro.
What'd
You
you do
guys,
that
the
for?
mod
Is
the
your
mod messed
boss
up the audio or
around?
something.
Yeah,
Good.
Or the game is just
Brucey.
broken.
Sounds like it's your fault.
Out of sync or
Pleasure
something,
to
bro.
meet you too.
It sounds like it's
Not a
your
whole
fault,
lot.
Stevie.
He's a gentleman. Still a fucking asshole. Sorry, Nicky, man. How's things?
Okay.
Sweet.
Why
got
is
you,
the
man.
audio
I'm big,
out of
but I'm
sync
also fast.
for it's
Wake
like
up,
2
boy.
or 3
Ooh, I'm
seconds?
sorry.
Good.
Can you show me that again?
Good. That sounds like a you
God.
problem,
My
Stevie.
fucking game is broken.
That sounds like a you problem.
This is bullshit, dude.
You'll be alright, huh?
I don't know what that
Red
mod
Army
did,
shit,
Chris,
serious.
but it made the
Yeah,
game
show
look
me that
better,
one.
but
I'm
the
all
scene,
about
the
power.
scenes
Come on, touch
are
my bets, man.
not
No, thank you.
working.
Rock hard. I bet
I didn't
450.
realize it would do that.
I didn't realize you would do. Too bad, Chris. Should have looked it up, you
Sorry.
thick little cunt.
Is it happening
Now it's
to
your fault. Stevie's game's fucked.
I don't know. I'll have to.
I don't
You
know.
have to you'll have to focus hard on the scenes, obviously. Focus hard.
Yeah.
See what the hell.
Yeah,
it's
you need
like.
to focus, Chris. You little fucking retard, or you might miss something.
That's a little bit frustrating. you
Like
guys,
anything
not
bigger than
gonna
a
lie.
4-letter word is going to be too much for you to
I am
handle.
Actually, that's not cool. Bro, what's going on? What am I supposed to do? Why is there nothing on the map? Oh. Why is there nothing on the map? What's going on? Oh. Bro, where is everyone? It's a ghost town. Everybody died. Oh, there's people. Dead. Get a cop car. What are the chances? How did I find a cop car that fast? It's scripted, obvious. That's nice description. That's scripted, obviously. Ain't no way right now. What is this just sitting here? It doesn't even make any sense. What the fuck? It's sitting here in the... This is literally a, like, abandoned building or something. What is this even sitting here? How does it even make any sense? What the fuck was that? There we go.
I'm here. I have a computer.
You're a badass, man. I love it.
Did you see that building? Why is there a cop car in front of a... It looks like a... It's a police department building? It looks shitty. It looks like... It looks... I thought it was abandoned.
I'll track down this
Why is the
Revis.
government not giving enough money to these police here? This building looks shitty. What is your problem, government? Bro, it looks abandoned. Wow, they gave the cops a shitty looking building. Wow.
You
good
like
job,
this
government.
amazing,
That's
intelligent,
really smart.
intelligent commentary
Stop the
here.
car. What? That's crazy. This game is awesome, bro. I stole a cop car, everyone. Look, I'm using the cop's fucking computer.
Don't you like seeing Stevie's
Awesome.
fucking face? You don't
What am I
like seeing
supposed
this
to do?
fucking
What the fuck?
fat little
There's too much
retard's
stuff to
face
click on.
up
I don't
close?
know what the fuck to do.
The government shouldn't
Oh,
shoot him. They should keep him in a cage
there.
and beat
That
him with
fucking
metal
blows.
bars.
I did nothing
Like
wrong.
he was an enemy of the state. He should be treated like some sort of war criminal. We'd literally keep him in a cage
Yeah.
and just beat him with poles every day. Not enough to like break bones or anything, just to like constantly. So he's constantly bruised.
I'm a moron. What? I have no photos? What am I supposed to do?
That's how Stevie should be
Lyle
treated.
Rivas? Oh, it's an easy name. That's hilarious how they gave you like an easy name like that, though. Bro, what happened, bro? What did I do? I don't even know what the name is, bro. I really don't care at all, obviously. That's why I don't remember the name. Lyle Rivas. Lyle... What? I don't know what kind of name that is. It's very strange. I can't even, like... I can't type that name in, bro. Like, the name is, like... Bro, the name is simple, but it's, like, a weird name, though. Like, it's simple to type, but it's weird. I don't know what the fuck kind of name that is. It's
What?
weird, dude. Lyle... I can't type that, bro.
Lyle Rivas.
There. Jesus Christ. What a stupid
He
ass
couldn't-
fucking name.
Now,
He
guys,
couldn't even pronounce that name. It's a simple name. He didn't know how to pronounce the name Lyle. Lyle. That's how much of a fucking retard he is. What a bird, I see you.
But it's like simple to type. I can't even type, bro.
He didn't put a space in.
Oh, you gotta put a space or something? Bro.
Wow, he's so stupid. Not really garbage gamer, he's just being a complete fucking moron.
Is Rockstar trolling me? Why do I have to put a space? You cannot be serious. Are you really that complicated? I have to put a space.
Oh dear.
What the fuck?
Why would they make it complicated like
Hey
that?
Chris, what
How does
the
that make any sense?
Doesn't make any sense
Okay.
at all.
I located them. I'm the best. Woo! Why would I have to put a space when I type his first and last name? It doesn't even make any sense. That's the opposite of simple. What a bunch of assholes,
Yeah,
Rockstar.
exactly.
Yeah, it shows you the name with a space.
Why
Why would I have to do their name with a
I
space?
didn't put too much thought into that. I mean, a video game is not supposed to be, like, super easy anyways. That's stupid. That's stupid.
Right.
Stupid. It's not supposed to be easy. I had to fucking put a space in that shit. What? Just to add a little bit more difficulty to the fucking typing. Jesus. Put a fucking space bar in that shit. Now I should have remembered that a while ago. I forgot about that. Such a small thing, like ultimate small thing. So small. You gotta put a fucking space in that shit. What? Why? So a cop car and drinking and driving. I'm really horrible. What's going on here? I don't even know what's going on. Oh my god, bro. Where do I go,
Let's see
dude?
if the
Through here?
voices are on.
Yeah, performance is like this is what watching DSP for years does to your brain.
Brucey? I thought he was fucking joking. Shit.
Oh my god, it looks like a shithole. What a terrible. Why do these cities even exist, bro? They just want to torture people. These cities are shitholes. That's why they exist. Just want to torture everybody. Wait, what's going on?
I don't see them.
This seems scripted. It's scripted, bro. You see how he's driving like that? You can tell it's, oh yeah, artificial. Yeah, artificial. It's so weird looking. Dude. This guy's amazing.
Yeah, scripted.
Professional driver. He's a pro. That's for sure. He's definitely a pro. He's a pro. He's sweating. I don't even know what the fuck am I supposed to do. Yeah, you're supposed to just chase him. I fucking knew it too before I even. I had a feeling about that. Yeah, before I read it.
Bro had to look at the mission brief in a
Yeah,
GTA
you could
game.
tell you have to, like, you could tell. Because like when they drive away from you, it's hilarious. It's artificial looking though. Like it's like some people can't really tell, but like because they're, but like yeah, you could tell. It's easy to tell. Like
What? It's artificial and some people can't tell.
his drive, it looks so weird. It's not. It doesn't look natural. Or like how like you play.
I forgot there's even gonna be an eclipse.
Holy shit! This is crazy. Oh my god, there's barrels everywhere and
What
shit.
time
This
is
a
that?
Nightmare. What is going on? This is chaos.
I'm not allowed to
Chaos,
look
the
at it
video
either.
game. Chaos.
Oh, Oh, 1 o'clock. Am I like, and I'm not supposed to like look directly at the sun whilst it's
What?
happening, right?
How did he do a drift like that and he's still maintaining maximum speed? What was that?
It's almost like it's a mission, Stevie.
What? Oh my God, he's going through red lights. This guy's psycho. This way. Psycho. Oh my God, that was bad. Whoa, that was bad.
You can't drive
That
for
was
shit in
scary.
this game.
I almost failed the mission, you guys. Oh my God, it's Final Destination. This is Final Destination. I'm so scared right now. Final Destination!
This is really
Final Destination!
annoying.
Alright, easy, bro. Easy. Easy.
Like that one
Final
of Stevie's
Destination.
references is one of like the most terrible fucking like thriller films ever. Look at this stupid little drunk cunt. Final Destination is
sorry.
terrible.
My bad. He's German.
All
What
of them
the
are
fuck?
terrible.
It's the
fact they got
what?
5
He's
films
speaking
out of
German.
it
He's
is a very
I'm so
sad
confused right
indictment
now,
for
guys.
humanity.
I don't understand. I don't get that, but okay. It's not like he's speaking German, but he's
Well, there's more of them now, isn't there? Isn't there more? No, I wouldn't trust them either.
He's, like that GTA 5 mission that you feel, that shit is fuck. He's
Flat Earth internet must be
he's-
fucking well buzzing today. The amount of fucking drivel on the fucking Flat Earth topics right now must be
You're crazy,
insanity.
bro. Look how you were driving, bro. What are you talking about?
How? It's like 2 hours.
Wow.
I remember
This
seeing
game's
one when I was a
easy,
kid
bro.
anyway.
Like, bro, this
And later I see you.
easy.
I remember seeing one when I was a
I'm
kid.
not even using my brain power throughout the whole fucking playthrough, bro, and look how fucking easy this game is.
You should not worry
It's
about
easy.
Revis anymore.
What?
Lethal, man. A lot of people are gonna be very grateful that certain people who fucked with them can't say things to other people or fuck with anyone anymore. If you get me.
I get the money you're paying.
You're all about the cabbage. I mean, the lettuce. Ice cold,
Yeah, the
man.
GPS actually is very useful in this game because
Yeah, sounds about
the
right.
map is impressive.
That sounds about right.
This shit is big. I think I'll use the GPS all the time, probably.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember it
Yeah.
being like
Yeah, dude, this map is like a
not.
little
I don't
bit
mean
more
like not
fluid
impressive. Like I'm trying to be
That's
cringe,
for
but it
sure,
just
I do know that.
just.
Let's go to.
I think people are like. I'm not quite sure what people expect it to look like.
Some more work
Switch
when
it
you
up.
need it.
It's like they expect it to just go like from complete sunlight to absolute darkness for like, you
I'm
know
not
what I
really
mean?
sure
And it's
which
like
story
that's
missions
not
are
what
required and
happens.
which are not. Maybe, nah,
It's
I
just
think
like, you know, like
all
when
of them
the
might be
clouds
required,
goes across
I'm not
the
really
front
sure,
of the sun. That's kind of how it is in the sky. And you look at the sun. I remember looking at it with like the glasses or whatever. And again, it just looks like the sun, but you can see the outline of it a bit better. Like, because obviously a lot of the light is being eclipsed, you can kind of see the outline, but it's obviously the moon. But it's just like, it just looks like it has a bit of a better outline on the sun. That's literally all it looks like. And then it's like, yeah, it's still bright sunshine, but
Bro, I don't care about this fucking online
It's
shit,
just-
bro. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know.
I'm gonna murder some motherfuckers in real life on the game. I mean, I don't care
like
about
I saw a
this
few
online
comments
shit.
or whatever, and I just
What
didn't.
are those messages?
I
don't know
thought
what the
these
fuck,
people
bro.
must not
What's
know
that?
what's going
What
on.
do those emails have to do with murder? I'm
That's
trying to
not-
murder some fools.
Like,
here.
Well, the way like they were talking about it, I just thought, no, that's not. It don't look like that.
Murder everybody on here, bro.
Hurry up! I got. Hey, you got to pay.
Fuck you. Hell, you pay. I'm a cop. I'm driving a cop car. I don't have to pay. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm just kidding. That's horrible. I don't know what I'm talking about. That was stupid what I said. Do whatever the fuck I want. Go through that shit. Fuck you.
Did you hear Stevie's little internal dialogue argue with itself right there?
Bro, am I there yet? Oh my god.
He let his actual inner thoughts out, then this other little part of his psyche that tries to hide the fact he's a completely retarded little cunt spoke up and said, "Oh no, I'm sorry, that's just a joke, actually."
That's pretty cool, actually. Dude, I did like 2 or 3 stunt jumps in a row. That was awesome. Let's go. Holy shit! I didn't even fucking know you could do that there. Wow. Dude, I did like 2 of them. Was that 2 of them? 3 of them?
How old is he?
Oh shit.
We know his
That was
birthday
actually cool,
because
though. I
he
was not
leaks
expecting
that form on stream.
Oh. Dude, with the police car. Wow. Okay, finally. Oh man. Yeah, what about? Oh, so what's going on with your scenes, bro? Is it working or not?
Yeah, it's working fine.
Nah, mine is fucked. It's out of
Yeah,
sync,
way
like,
too. It's
out of
way
sync
too old to
badly,
be behaving like this.
bad. Here, let's see what happens with this scene, these scenes here.
Way too old to be behaving like this.
Hey, boy, don't move. I said don't move, boy. How are you? Eh? Oh, where you come from? How are you?
Hey, man, I'm here
But it's
to
out of
see
sync a
Jacob.
little
It's
bit.
Nico.
Nico? Batman, what going on there, sir? Some boy does say beat off the door. Some boy does say
Oh, this guy's like, he's like paranoid, obviously. Yeah.
Nico.
That's hilarious.
Boy, that Batman, man. Yo, free up the boy, man, yo. Oh, your boy, that? Yeah. Sure. Come on.
Bad man.
I upstairs go talk to the jail for one thing, man. Want to control the taxi.
What? Why has he got a broken TV?
Okay.
They can't afford to have a better TV? How does that make any sense? That's horrible.
It's a game, Stevie.
It looks broken.
Good introduction.
How is their TV broken? How much money do they even have? That doesn't even make any sense.
Anyway.
Are they broke?
What the fuck?
That doesn't even make any sense.
Hey, my youth. Some boy them dip on the corner and thing and the boy them sell some things and thing and I go on and I say, oh, them don't want to give me my money and thing and every corner my corner and I want my money and thing, you know. I know so that I go in I want to deal with the case proper.
Yeah, sorry, I have like a horrible childhood experience.
Alright.
It happens
Let
this
me
summer,
explain.
most people, unfortunately.
business
I was
thing
like
I'm going on.
overreacting the other day. I
They
don't
are
know.
selling weed.
Yeah, me too.
They're not supposed to
Overreacting
sell
a day
They're not
ago.
cutting me.
Okay.
Say when you go
Terrible,
down there
bro.
and
Horrible
deal
people,
with it.
Yeah,
You see it?
Horrible.
Right.
You're
It's not
horrible
good to be
people.
cheap.
You're
Where do I
horrible
find
people.
them?
I've had a
Cheap,
bad
cheap, my youth.
experience
You worry
too.
about cheap. We're not worried about cheap.
Yeah,
you know.
well, don't let
Boy,
anyone
them dip
tell
on the
you that
corner,
you're
me say
making
the
it
boy,
up
them got
because
things
it's
done
like
up.
true.
On my
It's
corner,
true
that
though.
and
How are you
thing.
making
Say
it
every
up?
corner
Yeah,
of my
exactly.
corner,
How am I
right,
making
that's
it
the
up?
boy, them want to say,
Exactly.
oh, they want to give me my money.
Exactly.
Go on with that.
You can't make up something that's true. That's the opposite
Alright,
of
yeah,
logical.
Batman
What the
insane.
fuck?
Exactly.
The boy them are some nuts.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You go find it when you go up on the corner of Alpha and Salt Button.
What the
See?
fuck?
When you go down and say, you go see and just deal with them, see? And you'll find out how them work, alright?
All right.
Alright. You want some of that spliff, yeah?
No thanks.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Alright. Respect. Hey, yo, pass me some of that
Yeah,
thing
I'm
there,
sure I gotta drive and murder some motherfuckers. I can't fucking do that stuff. I gotta focus on driving, murder motherfuckers on the game. I can't be doing that stuff. Thanks, though, homie. The homie.
Exactly.
What is this drunk little cunt doing?
Courtesy, professionalism,
It's like he got drunk also, and it's like he puts his camera on because again, it's like he thinks he's a real streamer, like someone's gonna be watching.
Yeah, well,
You know what I mean?
professionalism seems like the same thing as respect anyways. I'm not trying to be picky or anything, but...
Like doing all these little reactions and stuff like that.
What is this guy wearing? Hold up a second.
Normally, the camera's the first thing he rage quits.
It looked kind of funny. Yeah, I remember this area, bro. When I was like 18 years old or younger, bro. I was a psycho, bro. Well, nah, that Michael Does Life guy was doing the same psycho shit as me though. He was like going up at this hospital just blasting. That's horrible. That's really horrible, actually.
Yeah.
That guy's crazy, bro. He got mental illness, that dude.
Oh yeah, well you know about mental illness, Stevie.
Old and miserable, Chris. That's not my fault.
Old and miserable.
Not my fault, Chris.
Not my fault either.
What a pair of freaks.
Yeah, I don't like that
freaks.
guy, bro. That Michael Does Life guy, bro. He was literally treating me like shit for no good reason, bro.
Bona fide.
I don't know who that guy. I don't know who that guy thinks he is, Chris. But seriously, Chris.
Who?
Yeah, I saw that. That guy's an asshole.
Who? Who's he spurging about? Who's he angry about now?
Well, it's whatever. It's all good. I'll be fine, y'all. I'll be fine, y'all. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, you'll be really fine.
Yeah, bro. White people are annoying, bro. I don't like white people.
Bro is drinking at, again, this is 6 in the morning his time on a Tuesday.
What the fuck are you doing?
6 in the morning his time on a Tuesday, drunk as shit. Nothing going on in life.
Oh, Jesus.
That's crazy. I'm moving back to Cleveland.
Streaming GTA 4 for literally no one.
There we go. Let's go.
Amazing.
That's bullshit too, bro. Like dude,
Oh my god,
like,
Wednesday,
bro.
you're correct.
Look at this guy's shirt.
My
bro.
apologies.
It's glowing or something. What the fuck? It's glowing.
Yo, I'm all out
That's
of product.
crazy
Dropping in to
looking,
pick
bro.
some up. Be ready.
He thought he was a janitor. Well,
That is
allegedly.
a super glowing shirt.
But he
Oh.
streams almost every day. So whatever he's doing, it's at the very least, it's part-time. And you think this drunk little shit on a part-time janitorial salary is affording, you know, to live on his own and feed himself and clothe himself and all this, when he can barely fucking string a sentence together without losing the fucking thread? Like he talked about his dad coming over to help clean his flat. He can't even clean his own premises properly, and he's like 30 plus. More for his parents for allowing it to go on. You're my son and you're that Lucius. You got like be in the house. You ain't sitting on the internet all day. You got to get your something to do,
There's not even
bro.
a meter, but where's the spookometer?
I'm sure he's at least 30.
Oh, that's like they wanted to make the game more realism or something. I guess that doesn't make sense.
I'm sure he's at least
More
30.
realism.
I'm sure he leaked that document somewhere. Let me find it. Let me find it.
What if I just jump down? It'd be funny. Yeah, you just fall. Oh, I was not expecting that. The damage that
Let me find it.
That damage was. Oh man, I got destroyed, kinda. Ouch! I burnt my fucking dude. I burnt myself badly in the game. That's hilarious, Chris. Whoops.
Whoops.
Burn, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Burn.
He is
Why is there a
31.
muscular man screaming?
Bro, this is boring, bro.
He's 31.
I just want to blast some fools, bro. Who wants to play this boring fucking
I don't know,
shit?
Jazzy. I'm
Nobody
probably
does. They
not,
wanna
because
blast some
next
fools.
week, the Stalker DLC drops. And I'm going to be so deep in that. I'm going to need to get back into Neo and start either the New Game Plus again, or just get back into my character, and then I'll get it. I want to play it.
Obviously, is.
But Stalker comes out. Stalker 2 DLC comes out on the 20th.
Like we did a while ago, the game.
So whatever else comes out August 20th, I'll be playing Stalker.
Oh wait, a little bit too close.
I'll be going hard on the
Almost fucked
fucking
up there.
the zone expansion.
That was close. Guy's an idiot, bro. He's not even looking behind him the entire time. That literally makes no sense at all. How does it make any sense? You follow the guy for over 2 minutes and he doesn't look behind him. What do you think of that, Chris?
What the fuck? That's weird.
That's so silly, right, Chris? I
Yeah.
remember this mission's awesome. I think I remember this mission, bro. You gotta blast like all kinds of people. I think it's awesome. Maybe gotta start blasting everyone. This fucking hoe. Up in
Wow.
This hoe. This building. I think. Start blasting fools.
Look at this drunk little cunt.
Blasting. Alright, let me get my pillow. Stop looking at my ass. Stop looking at my. Take a picture. It'll last longer.
Look at you.
It'll last
Hi
longer.
there. Hi.
Stop looking at my ass.
Hi there.
I wonder who he's referring to there.
Did I fail the mission?
Ugh.
I don't really give a fuck, bro. I was like fooling around anyways. It's not like I
We're
was,
rage
like,
quitting now?
fucking. I didn't realize it would fail the mission though, bro. Oh, all I did was like walk away for like 10 seconds though. Damn, bro. Fuck. Bro, look right. Damn, that sucks, bro. I'm like far away, basically. Jesus Christ. All I did was stop playing for like a second, bro. How the fuck did I fail? What are they talking about?
Okay.
Are they retarded? Or did I beat it?
Yes, he's
I
31.
lost him.
You lose him. You can't lose him.
Damn it!
I can't lose him on the corner. Bum, and I go spend.
Jesus
Yo, what the
Christ.
problem, mama? Yo,
All I did was
lose him
grab
on
a
the
pillow.
corner.
It took
Yo.
5 seconds, dude. Look how mad he is over grabbing a pillow. He's pissed. Dude. Holy shit. That sucks. I don't know why
Wait, camera
how
back.
did I fail? It was like 5
Camera back.
seconds.
It's hate army,
That's so
bro.
silly.
Hate Army, that guy.
Hate Army.
Hate Army General.
Doing the hate army shit.
Good vibes in it.
I don't
Hey,
get how I
Armin,
failed
get
that
his
quickly.
addiction
I
back.
have to wait for like 5 seconds. I don't get that. I really don't. That is silly, bro.
Is it war addiction
What is
time
the
coming
problem,
back?
Rockstar? I can't even grab a pillow? How did it fail that fast? Like, fuck you. Seriously.
Fuck you, seriously. Fuck you.
Not gonna lie, y'all, this mission is shitty compared to some of the missions. This is shitty. This is shitty, bro. This shit is whack, bro. I have to follow the guy? Like, I don't get that, bro. This is not Metal Gear Solid, Rockstar. Why do I have to fucking sneak around and follow people? Like, why are they're like treating the game like it's supposed to be Metal Gear Solid? What the fuck are these people doing?
They've been follow
So
missions
stupid.
in Grand Theft Auto
So
since
nobody
GTA
likes
1,
that mission,
Stevie.
bro. Maybe like a
Fucking
few
retard.
people. Nobody likes that stupid shit.
Since
You
GTA
gotta
1.
fucking sneak around and follow somebody for like 2
They've
or
been
3
follow
minutes.
missions since GTA 1.
That's the definition of boring. Why are they acting like that's not boring?
Okay, good.
What is your problem? Seriously. This shit's whack, bro.
Mental
Whack.
illness.
This is whack. Dude, I can't even fucking drive this thing, actually. Oh, wow. there we
Mental
go.
illness.
And somehow it activated it. Skip. This sucks, bro. Fuck this shit. Seriously. Alright, this music is... I don't know, man. I'm not really sure about that. Here we go. I fucking slammed that guy so hard I made him disappear! Holy shit! Where did he go? Huh? That was crazy, bro. I literally slammed the guy ultimate hard that he disappeared. This game's awesome. That shit was so funny and random. That was so random.
Yeah.
Bro. What the fuck was that? Damn. Whack is plastic. Plastic, son. Oh, thanks for flipping my car back over. What? Wow, that was really stupid. Why did the AI flip my car over? The AI was actually nice to me there. I could not believe it. Unbelievable, Chris. Wow, that was awesome. Huh? The AI literally helped me. The pedestrian. That is really weird, huh? That's crazy. Bro, my car flipped over, Chris, and the pedestrian flipped it. It flipped it back over for me.
Wow.
What the heck? This mission sucks, bro. All the other missions seem better. They're better. This sucks, dude. I don't get how I'm failing. I walked away for 5 seconds. How is it fail? What the fuck are they
Still talking about it again?
That was so stupid. Just... I can't even grab a fucking pillow for 5 seconds to make myself more comfortable.
Oh
Somehow
my
it
god,
fails
he's
the
still
mission.
going.
This is the most stupid. This is the most stupid mission ever, bro. All I'm doing is following somebody. How can anyone call that fun? This shit's whack, bro. I want to murder motherfuckers, bro. I don't want to follow people. That doesn't make any sense, Chris.
Yeah, bullshit,
How does that make
bro.
any sense, dude?
You're only gone for like 5
Dude.
seconds.
I took 5 seconds to grab that pillow, dude. Seriously.
Yeah. It took 5 seconds to grab the
Nico,
pillow
it's
and
your
you failed the
cousin.
mission.
You want to shoot
That's
some pool?
bullshit, bro.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, bro.
I got
Crazy.
another type
Yeah.
of shooting.
Yeah, it
on my
sounds
mind.
real crazy, Stevie. It's really crazy,
It
bro.
sucks, bro.
Bro,
Wow,
it's
this is
fucking
the best
crazy,
mission of the
bro.
game, you guys. This is the best. Oh my god. Well, I understand what happens though. It's really simple actually. I stood there too long, and then he got too far away from me, obviously. But it doesn't. It's so stupid, bro. Like it was like 5 seconds because it's so silly.
You're still talking about it.
Bro,
Is that because like people
doesn't make
saw
any
it
sense.
happen,
Like, why does
Stevie,
it
and you're
fail
just
the mission for
insecure as
you? I
fuck?
could've fucking-
Like the SP?
I could have caught up to the guy though. Like it doesn't make any
You've
sense.
clearly
They don't even
modelled
let you
your
try to
entire
catch up to the
streaming
guy. Doesn't make any
persona
sense
on.
at all. What the fuck are they talking about?
Huh.
I was gone 5 seconds.
He's still
What are they
going.
talking about?
Bullshit.
Still going.
The dealer is a part block, follow, but don't attack him. Well, I want to attack people, and they're saying don't attack. That's fucking boring. Don't attack equals boring. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Okay. Not really sure what's... What? This guy's pissing in the corner. I'm in the... This is hell. I'm in an ultimate shithole, basically. Guy's on drugs, pissing in the corner. That's not good at all. Up here. All on drugs everywhere. Drugs. Alcohol. What? That's like the most manliest girl I ever seen. Is that a girl?
What?
She's a super tomboy. Super tomboy. Welcome
That's
to
real
hell.
reaction,
Yeah, that's
man.
what I was literally saying just now, like a few seconds ago. The same thing. I was saying the same stuff, bro. You have to take him down. So you follow this guy doing boring ass following, and then like all of a sudden it's like better. That's hilarious. The game gets better.
What does all of a sudden
Oh, I'm an
it
idiot.
gets better mean, Stevie?
I'm so used to Max Payne games. You push the doors open. Oh, here we go. This is the right door. Bro, look at this guy.
Behind this guy.
Bro, how do I fucking get, like, behind the fucking... There's, like... I can figure it out. Here
Guess
it
I
is,
have to
mapping.
follow behind this guy.
Enter, exit, cover. Q. That is very important, obviously. Q. Okay.
Well, you can't work it out. That's what I'm getting from this.
Damn! That's literally what this game is, bro. I'm not even using all of my brain power, Chris, and this game is easy. That's what the game is called, Chris.
Tell
Easy
Batman
game.
that I got rid of the
Easy
competition.
game.
Right.
It's literally the fucking truth what I'm saying, dude.
Again.
Easy game.
Nobody gonna fuck with Ice Connor no
What
more,
the
no
fuck?
more.
Get
I love
blasted.
Nico.
Fuck you. Let's go. Do you know if it saves the game after every mission you beat, Chris?
Why
It
is it
probably
always
does.
the
That doesn't make
DSP
sense to what I'm
fans?
saying. It probably does. It better.
It does.
Okay. Have a good one, y'all. Bye-bye.
We rage quitting. We rage quitting. I love that. Bye, Stevie, fat-faced little freak. Look at the state of him. Oh. Hideous. Hideous. Okay, let me finish watching this. Let me finish watching this. Perfect timing.
26, Highguard finally launched. It was free to play on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. And for one brief, glorious hour, it really looked like the doubters were about to choke on their words. The game peaked at 97,249 players on Steam inside its first hour. It was the most watched game on Twitch on launch day. A free game with a real pedigree riding a wave of morbid curiosity, and the curiosity actually arrived in force. For roughly 60 minutes, Highguard was the biggest game in the world, and then those people sat down and tried to play it. The first obstacle between you and the game was your own computer. Highguard demanded a pair of security features called Secure Boot and TPM, settings buried deep in your machine's startup menu that most players had never heard of, never touched, and in a lot of cases could not switch on at all because their hardware was simply too old. So before you could play a free game, you had to go digging around in the most intimidating corner of your PC, the one plastered with warnings about not changing anything, and start flipping switches you did not understand. Huge numbers of people just hit an error and never got in. A free game, the most frictionless thing that exists,
Amazing.
managed to build a wall in front of the actual game and then bury that wall inside your computer's startup settings. If you cleared that hurdle, the game immediately grabbed you and forced you through a tutorial. It was not optional, it was required, and that tutorial was buggy, sluggish, and prone to crashing. So a real chunk of the people who beat the security wall then decided to quit the game during a training mission, before they had fired a single shot at another player. And if you survived the wall and the tutorial both, you finally
People are
reached the
tired
game
of it.
itself, where the deepest problem was waiting. The mode everyone got dropped into was a 3 versus 3 skirmish
Well,
on
then you
maps
could
that had
have a
obviously
deeper
been
fight.
designed for a much bigger, busier fight. So you would spawn in and you would walk. You would walk across vast, empty terrain hunting for anyone to shoot, on a battlefield built for a war that 3 people per side were never going to fill. The trailer had sold mayhem. What the launch delivered was a long, lonely hike with occasional gunfire, and the rest of the first impression was just as rough. The roster of characters was forgettable enough that players started calling all of them by the same generic nickname. Performance stuttered even on powerful machines. From the art alone, some people could not even tell it was a shooter, because the name and the fantasy look had them expecting some kind of Knights game. The in-game store charged real money against all of it, in awkward currency block size, so that you always had slightly too much, or slightly too little. And just getting into a match could mean sitting in a queue past an hour, waiting all that time to load into a fight that turned out to
Absolutely
be 3
stun-locked the
people
shit
wandering
out
an
of the
empty
Black
field.
Knight Assassin.
The verdict landed within hours, and there was no mercy in it. On Steam, Highguard's reviews collapsed to mostly negative, and kept sliding toward the lowest rating the platform offers, with only about 1 in 5 players leaving a positive review. More than 9,000 negative reviews stacked up almost instantly, and people were already doing the math out loud, joking that the game would be lucky to last 3 months. If anything, that turned out to be optimistic. Within 4 days of that opening peak, Highguard had shared about 96%.
It's not just that, it's the art style. What they can say all they like about it's not DEI, it's not this, it's not that. The art style of these games is like the same fucking United Colours of Benetton fucking Pixar movie. Do you know what I mean? You are right. People are sick to death of this. People are sick to death of this shit. Because gaming's already niche, and it's not like a film where they can make one of these trashy films and just like do all this stuff, but it's going to have an inbuilt audience of kids and a bunch of people who are just going out to the movies for the weekend. You don't generally casually buy a video game. You might casually play a free-to-play one, but you're already a gamer. If you've got a PC with Steam and the wherewithal to have had an account, you're already in that world. Do you know what I'm saying? Even though gaming is huge, we still have a little bit of buying power if like shitty games come out. It's like I was saying this the other day. They can string along a shit TV show with like still have terrible ratings, but it's got a weird inbuilt audience or children or just like certain type of person who just watches like slop. But with games, even free to play stuff, you've still got to like be proficient at the game, take the leap. There is still a bit of like power remaining with us, and people didn't want to play it, and that's why it fucking closed down, because no one wanted to fucking play it. Look at that.
Of its players.
Glorious.
Fewer than 4,000 remained. The most watched game on Twitch on Monday was an empty field by the weekend, and almost nobody lingered on what the people walking away were actually saying. The launch problems were real, and plenty of players bounced off the security wall, and the crashes long before they ever reached the real game. But those were the kind of thing a studio can patch. The complaint underneath all of it was quieter, and a lot harder to fix. The honest verdict was that Highguard was just mid. It was a perfectly functional, forgettable shooter with no idea what it wanted to be.
Look at these characters.
Where every player already had a forever game they adored and a friend group locked into it. Nobody abandons the game they love and the people they love playing it with for something that is mediocre. And the comparison from that first awards night refused to let go. The internet had already crowned Highguard the next Concord, after the hero shooter that famously died within a couple of weeks the year before. And now people started measuring Highguard's lifespan in Concords, as if a failed game had been promoted into a unit of time. What made it a grim joke was that Highguard kept winning that particular contest while losing everything else. It outlasted Concord, sure, but there was a sharper point hiding underneath the meme. Concord at least had an excuse because it was a paid game, so hardly anyone ever tried it in the first place. Highguard was free. 100,000 people walked right up to it, gave it a genuine look, and walked away anyway. You cannot blame the price tag when there was no price tag. Then, staring down a collapse that had emptied the game out in 4 days, leadership made a decision about how to respond, and that decision dug the hole deeper. Some of it was sympathetic. Welch, the chief executive, went on the record and took the blame onto himself, admitting that the trailer had been a mistake, that they could have made something better that actually showed off what was unique about the game, and that the failure was on them. That is about as gracious as a CEO gets. But alongside that, the studio's own people kept talking, and the rest of it set the internet on fire. The old quote came roaring back. The line about how it did not matter if 1,000 or 100 million people played and read against a live player countdown in the low thousands. It sounded less like a philosophy, and more like a man calmly explaining that the fire was fine. And then one of the developers publicly blamed the whole failure on content creators, on streamers and YouTubers, accusing them of deciding the game was dead on arrival and farming outrage.
That's not the way you want to go.
And saying the harassment had pushed him to go private. He deleted it later. The rebuttal.
That's not the way you want to go with it, really. Even if it's got like a bit of truth to it, or people, they just helped its demise. They just sped the demise up.
95,000 strangers uninstall something they were enjoying. If free word of mouth killed the game, the problem was the game. Whatever sympathy people still felt for the team after a brutal launch, the loudest voices at the studio were burning through it fast. This is the moment Highguard stops being merely funny and turns into something quietly sad, because at rock bottom, the team did something that very nearly worked. They started fixing it, and fast. Inside a couple of weeks, the developers shipped real, substantial changes. They rebuilt the core mode toward 5 versus 5,
Awkward.
the bigger, livelier fight the maps had been begging for. Ranked play arrived. The rough edges got sanded down, and out at the margins of the wreckage, something strange started happening. The players who had stuck it out, the ones who pushed past the security wall and the broken tutorial, and gave the thing the few hours it needed to click, began saying it was actually good. Filter the Steam reviews
Nah,
down
fuck
to
those
people who
people.
had spent real time in the game, and the mood turned noticeably warmer. There was a sharp, competitive shooter buried under all that launch friction. In Japan, where players approached it as a serious skill game, instead of a meme, the reception ran the opposite direction entirely, with the majority leaving positive reviews. The reviews left by the people who stayed told their own quiet story. Some of them had hundreds of hours logged and were still defending the thing. Others had put in the time, decided it still deserved to fail, and wrote that down with sadness rather than glee. It read less like the review page of a game people hated, and more like the review page of a game a small stubborn group had only just started to love, right as the floor was about to drop out from under them. For about a week in early February, if you tilted your head, you could almost see a comeback taking shape.
Hell no,
The
you
team was
couldn't.
doing the hard, thankless work.
Hell no, you
The
couldn't.
work was landing. Maybe they could grind their way back from the edge. Unfortunately, as fate would have it, they could not. None of it had the slightest bearing on whether they would be allowed to keep going, because the hidden clock from the start of this story, the one nobody could see, was nearly out of time, and not one person making those patches knew exactly how little they had left. On February 11th, 16 days after launch, the staff of Wildlight Entertainment were called into a meeting and told the studio was out of money. Most of them were laid off where they sat. A team of around 100 people was cut to fewer than 20 in a single afternoon. And the thing that turns this from a cold business event into a gut punch is that the developers never saw it coming. They believed they had time. A studio with a brand new game and a full year of planned content still ahead.
Developers who made, again, whether the mechanics on that are good or not, all the design, the whole look of the fucking game, bro, really? Really? These developers? These geniuses?
Ahead of it would surely have a few months of breathing room to turn things around, the way struggling
Would have
games
almost,
often
again,
do.
the trailer
The team
really was
mid-patch
almost,
and
not exactly the
mid-plan.
thing that killed them,
And then
but
one Wednesday, the money was simply gone, and there was nothing left to do but send everyone
they
home.
might have been able to like creep
designer
under the
who had
radar
worked
and
on
pull a little bit
Apex
more
Legends and
consistency at the
Battlefield
start.
announced his own layoff publicly that same day, and all he said was that this one really stings. He had unreleased content sitting on his drive that the world
But to
would
be
now
honest, I
never
don't really
get to
care.
see. Hold the promise up
The
against
industry's
the time.
so stale and dead
16
right now.
days earlier, the
and
game
has been
director
it's
told
been
the
going
press
that way for
they
so
had a
long.
full year of content coming.
Way more
players were
people
going
need to
to
lose
love.
their jobs, bro.
Even the layoff statement insisted they were keeping a core group to keep innovating on and supporting the game. And then there was equity, the thing every single employee supposedly held, the entire foundation of the independent dream. When a studio implodes 16 days after its only product ships, equity in that studio is worth exactly zero. The dream they had all signed up for, ownership, independence, a real stake in something of their own, vanished in an afternoon alongside their paychecks. The game director would later put it about as bluntly as a person can. When you are out of time and money, he said, you ship the game with the runway you have left and pray the players stick around. Which left one enormous question hanging over the entire wreck, the question the whole internet asked in unison. Out of money? You launched 2 weeks ago, so where did all of it go? The answer lies in the hidden clock. That independent studio, the scrappy indie, with no corporate masters, the one where everyone held equity and answered to no one, had never actually been independent. Highguard had been funded, quietly and almost entirely, by Tencent, the Chinese conglomerate that owns or holds a stake in an almost absurd
Why
share
is
of
there
the
a
games you
muscular
already
man
play.
screaming?
The money had come in through one of Tencent's own studios, a group
Thoughts on
called
Battlefield
Teamy.
adding Wake Islands?
Neither company
They've so far added only 2 maps that have boats. It's been out for however long it's been out. Every time I get on that game, the portal's still trash. The map rotation's still trash. The numbers it shows me in the search for hardcore are either wrong or the searches are just garbage no matter how many times I try and mess around with it. A lot of game modes are missing. Like I tried to play Rush the other day. There's no like official Rush servers or whatever. It's just the other stuff that again, I'll still get peppered by an SMG, but from 100 meters away. You know, again, most of the old maps, not all of them, but they're kind of still just a bit boring or don't flow properly. They brought out one new map and one like legacy map that no one's asking for Wake Island. Whenever I see discussions of Battlefield, videos about Battlefield, anything over the years, Juzzy, no one talks about Wake Island. That's from Battlefield 1, I think. That's from Battlefield 1. No one wanted that. I'm sure it's not a bad map. I can't remember it that well because it wasn't played. It came out in Battlefield 2 as well. It was in Battlefield 2, but I'm 90% certain it was originally a Battlefield 1 map. But I don't remember it that well, and no one really talks about it because they don't want it. And one map, whilst every time I get on that game, the store is filled with fucking skins of all different colours. Every single soldier in that game apparently has a fucking hood, a skull mask, night vision. You got fucking sniper skins where the sniper's got giant night vision on his head coming out here. Oh, good. That looks good. I'm sure he can make a precision shot with that giant thing on his head. Get right up to the scope. And not only that, when you look at a lot of the skins are just boring shit, rehashed versions of stuff that they've already made and that's already in the game. Most of those skins are things that are already, and I'm not talking about because they have those specific squads, don't they? So when you're a bad guy, you can be one of the Bodark guys or whatever else. But I don't mean the character model is the same. I mean literally half the skins are just a mishmash of they're wearing the same stuff. They've just, this one's got that one's hood on, but he's got a ghillie thing over it, and he's got that one's vest on. Some of them are different, but not all of them are. A bunch of them are just rehashed, and most of them are just fucking cringe. Skulls and face masks and all this Call of Duty shit. Every time I go on there, if it's a few months and I reinstall the game, that shit's always got something new in there. They've always got a bunch of shiny new guns and shit. But then I go to the server browser for hardcore and it's fucking garbage. And it's trying to tell me that apparently, even though I set everything to open, maximum, global, there's only one game of hardcore conquest going on in the entire world right now. Really? Absolute letdown. Massive, absolute just letdown of a game. Huge, big letdown of a game.
Thank you once again, Fedora Glow, for the raid.
Fedora
I
Glow,
love streaming
big
and
ups
it's a
for the
privilege
raid.
to be here and meet
The
so
magic
many
was
amazing
there on
people
day
like
one,
yourself.
and like the first couple of weeks, like I said this, the first couple of weeks the magic was there. It was fun. But the magic ain't there now, bro.
He had ever admitted the relationship out loud. For 4.5 years, while Wildlight sold the world a story about plucky independence.
Oh shit, I forgot that was playing. I forgot that was playing.
It had been running on the checkbook
big
of
ups
one
for
of
the
the
raid.
largest gaming companies.
We are going
on
to raid
Earth.
again in a minute, but
What
you'll be
turned
fine.
that secret into a trap was the terms
I
of
don't think, even if Stevie has gone live again, I'm not watching it. Because I've got stuff to do. Oh no, he's not. No, he's not live. Oh my god, he is. No, he must have just quit again.
Kabow!
No, we watched that.
Did I fail? What did they on 5 seconds?
Yeah, we watched that. Whatever.
attached to the money. The funding was never an unconditional
Red
gift.
check, I see you.
By the reporting that eventually surfaced, continued backing depended on Highguard hitting specific targets, and the one that mattered most was retention, the measure of how many players keep coming back day after day. Hit the numbers, and the money keeps flowing. Miss them, and the tap shuts off. That is the clock. That is the hidden countdown that nobody in the awards show audience could possibly have seen.
look at that!
From the instant Highguard launched, it was sprinting against a retention target it had to hit almost immediately or die. The problem was that its own launch had nailed its shoes to the floor. Quality, word of mouth, a slow, honourable climb back to respect. None of that was ever the real fight. When that 4-day collapse came, the retention number did not just look ugly, it tripped a wire. The backer studied the metrics, ruled the better failure, and cut the cord. And a cratering retention number does say something real about a game. People were not coming back, and plenty of that is on Highguard. But a struggling live service game normally gets months, sometimes years, to turn that around. Highguard got 16 days to the layoff.
So what? What? Sorry, you thought your Chinese overlords were going to be nice to you if you didn't make them money? That's the double-edged sword when they deal with a company like that. The Chinese don't give a fuck, bro. They're going to sack your whole studio. They're going to put you all out. They don't give a fuck about your kids, your jobs. None of you, bro. Make them money or... Okay, see ya. It's over. Like, again, like you took that deal. You know?
And 45 to the grave, because the money keeping the lights on was secretly tied to hitting those numbers almost immediately. The clock was not measuring whether the game was good, only whether it was good fast enough. And here sits the genuinely tragic core of all of it.
Nah, it's not tragic.
Every bit of that frantic, sincere, skillful work the team poured out in early February.
Nah.
From the 5 versus 5 rebuild, to the ranked mode, to the...
Who gives a fuck? Literally just another fucking hero shooter no one wants.
Fixes that were starting to win people back.
Fuck them. I'm glad they didn't get the time. I'm glad they were in with a Chinese company that died, and everybody else in the industry, saw it happen and went, ooh, fuck. I'm glad that happened. I hope more things like this happen. Not because I don't want people in their jobs, but because some of these games that come out now and some of the shit that gets pushed out, the whole state of this industry, man, is just so terrible. Oh, I see you. Well, again, it's as sad as that might be. It's like they got into bed with these people. So somewhere in the chain they knew they had targets, didn't they? Somebody knew.
Beside the point from the beginning, it could never have saved them. The people,
and ultimately as well, if a game is good, it's good. You can't, people won't play shit. We were saying this. Some people will, but the game being universally, like, people went, nah, sod that. Whether it part of it had to do with the security thing, again, what's name company anyway. If it was good, it would have stood on its own 2 feet, wouldn't it? A lot of these other games are being kept alive by the giant corporate machine that's behind them whilst they, like, stagger along.
People deciding Highguard's fate were not even playing Highguard.
And again, it's not so much... I didn't even play this game. What didn't interest me. It's not so much that I don't think games like this should exist or that people shouldn't be having their fun on the games they want. But we know that it's not really at that stage now, that a large amount of these new games and all this stuff, it's not measured in creativity and innovation, and however passionate some of these individual devs nowadays may be, we know that there's targets and sales figures and big executives and big money behind so many of these projects, and the passion is like just that there's so many soulless games that seem to come out now.
Reading a spreadsheet.
I'm not saying there's not obviously thousands of good ones. There are. I still play lots of them.
And that spreadsheet had returned its verdict weeks before. The developers were operating on a patient whose plug had already been pulled in another room. They simply had not been told yet. This is, in its own cold way, a familiar strategy.
Kind of how I feel. Not
a giant
exactly.
with effectively bottomless money
but kind of
can afford to fund a whole row of studios, all chasing the next billion-dollar hit, knowing most of them will fail. Each studio is a lottery ticket. If a ticket does not pay out in the first couple of weeks, you tear it up and move on. And the cost of tearing it up, 100 careers, 4.5 years of people's lives lands on the studio, not on the giant who dealt the bet. By the end, Highguard was not really Wildlight's game at all. It was one of Tencent's lottery tickets. And it did not hit. We still do not know how much money Tencent actually poured in. No figure has ever come out, and anyone handing you a precise number is guessing. But the amount matters far less than how the deal was set up, because that is where the real story lives. Spoken aloud, this was a developer-led, independent studio building a passion project with total creative freedom. In practice, it was a project on a leash.
Yeah, it was a Chinese company trying to get into that fucking what's-name market, clearly.
With a retention
And they thought this was the game that was going to do it.
Shaped kill switch that its own staff did not fully grasp, and the leash was held by a backer who could end the entire thing from another continent. The sharpest version of the contradiction came out of the studio's own mouth. Weeks before any of this was public, the chief executive had described himself, on the record, as an indie who was unknown by choice. He was unknown by choice and independent by choice, and all the while the one choice that actually decided
So it was
whether
all,
any
again, he was just talking
job
absolute
had already
shit.
been made in a contract.
So he
by
knew.
Tencent. And the silence around all of it became a second scandal, stacked on top of the first.
Clearly.
Even after the reporting landed, neither Wildlight nor Tencent would confirm the relationship, and the studio's leads largely stuck to the independent story they had been telling all along. The independence that had been the entire brand turned out to be the one thing the studio never actually had.
Someone knew.
And the people most betrayed by that were not the fans, but the developers, who had been sold the dream of equity and ownership, right alongside everybody else. Once you know that, the ending arrives as a run of small, precise cruelties. The shutdown came on March 3rd. Wildlight announced the servers would go dark on March 12th. In a statement thanking the passion and hard work of a team that had, for the most part, been let go 3 weeks before. The game that had topped the launch day charts was now scraping a 24-hour high of 460. But the detail that should make your jaw clench is what shipped alongside that death notice. On its way out in those final days, Highguard pushed one last update, and that update finally delivered the things players had been asking for since launch. It added account progression and skill trees, the basic systems that should have been in a test build a year before release, handed over at last to a game with 9 days left.
Yeah, why
to
were
live.
it put
They
skill
built
trees in the
beta
game after the
features for
game
funeral.
launched?
And only days before the
I wonder why this game
weeks
didn't
before any
succeed.
of this, the studio had put a paid season pass on sale, real money for a year of content, inside a game that the people selling it had every reason to know was already on the backer's chopping block. Players had bought a future that a contract had quietly cancelled. When the studio finally said goodbye, it reached for one last number. More than 2 million people, it said, had played Highguard across its short life. Which is true, and also the entire problem captured in a single sentence. 2 million people gave it a try, and the vast majority never came back. And for the players who had bought in, there was one more insult waiting at the end. When the servers went off, Highguard did not drop into some offline mode, and the studio never handed the community the tools to keep a version of it alive. The game simply stopped existing. The skins people had bought, the hundreds of hours they had poured in, all of it switched off at the source, with no way to ever turn it back on. The people who had spent the most to keep this thing breathing were the ones left with nothing at all. Then the platforms drew the last line of the whole story. When the servers shut off, Sony quietly went through and automatically refunded PlayStation 5 players for what they had spent, no request required, the money simply reappearing in their accounts. If you had bought Highguard's currency on a PlayStation, you were properly compensated. If you had bought the very same thing on Steam or on Xbox, you got nothing at all. Same dead game, same wasted money, and whether you ever saw a cent of it again came down entirely to which logo had been on the box. The most pointed reviews left behind made the larger argument plainly that if a company cannot keep the servers running for even a year, it has no business selling you a game that cannot exist without them. And then Wildlight itself simply stopped existing. The website went down, the studio's professional pages disappeared, its official paperwork lapsed, and the game director's own public profile quietly logged his time at the studio as ending in March 2026. A company founded by some of the most accomplished shooter developers in the world was gone, along with its one and only game, in a little over 4 years. There was no farewell tour for the closure, and no final word. The The lights just went out, and the building was empty. So what was Highguard actually about underneath all of it? Peel away the launch and the layoffs and the jokes, and look hard at the game itself, the raid shooter nobody could explain. In Highguard, 2 teams race to fortify a base, seize the shield breaker, and tear down the enemy's defences before their own come crashing down around them. The whole game is a sprint against an opponent you cannot fully see, to dismantle them before a pressure you cannot stop finishes you first. And that almost exactly was the studio. Wildlight spent its short life racing a clock it had agreed to, trying to hit a number before Tencent tore the entire thing down. The game was about losing a race against a threat you never see coming, and so was the company that made it. They shipped their own autopsy and put it in the launch trailer. The studio head once said it would not matter whether 1,000 people played or 100 million. The exact number who stopped coming back is what closed the studio, cost 100 people their jobs, and switched off the game for good. It mattered.
Yeah, exactly,
What
Sham. I
actually
mean,
killed
literally,
Highguard was not
the
the
guy's
mockery,
kind of being a
but
bit
studios-
like how he's telling it is a bit sort of, he's being maudlin and he's like making a sort of story out of it. But the reality is that these people, these ex-game devs, whoever took the money, these ex-amazing shooter devs, took money from a giant Chinese conglomerate that everyone knows. I'm not into business, bro. I don't follow all these sort of stuff. Even I know the name fucking Tencent and how fucking sus they are on the mobile games and everything else. These guys took their money to fund a studio and build a fucking game thinking they were going to get into the hero shooter PvP market, whatever it was that they were looking at it thinking we can do that. They just said to us, they put skill trees into the game after the game launched. What were you doing with all that money for 4 years? Like, what? Titanfall died for all this slot. Titanfall ain't a bad game at all. Titanfall 1. The trouble with Titanfall is that they clearly was on a schedule for 1 and they didn't put a story into it, because I'll die on this hill. The story and the story mode in Titanfall 2 is fucking excellent. The campaign in Titanfall 2 is amazing. It's worth playing the game just to play the campaign. Even though it was, you know, a multiplayer shooter primarily, it is worth playing 100%. Just that it did die because, like, I kind of know what you're saying. Apex 2, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, against Valorant and, you know, whatever else. Like Overwatch, maybe, I guess. Even stuff like Counter-Strike and whatever that's still popular on PC, like that is ultimately what it is. But as opposed to these big companies like Microsoft, where the blow's a bit softer, or they've got this a bit there, they are able to, I guess, at least absorb it and fold these things into other companies. Tencent were like, you failed. Good night. You're all fired. Literally. That's literally what happened, man. You failed. Sorry. Good night. That's it. I'm not like gloating or being flippant. Like, I was a little bit, but it's more that I'm just like, it's not like I'm gloating or I'm sort of reveling in the fact that these companies are dying and these people have lost their jobs, but it's like I'm completely cold and dead to this now, because it's been so many years and I've watched so many games kind of erode and just lose their edge. And I've watched since, even like, I don't mean cringe about it, but even as a little kid, like being super passionate and into this stuff and playing these games for hours and hours, thousands of hours all my life, and seeing the quality. And now with the internet as an adult, with all these stories as they come out, understanding that it's far less of a passion project for a lot of these people and more just a career choice in a multi-billion-dollar industry. We don't know. We do and we don't. It's like anything. It's like anything, because a lot of these fixes are obvious, and these companies, these games come out, there's obvious things that are fucked up, and thousands of people on the internet say it, and the companies go, no, fuck off, we're right. And then these games die. But apparently, you know, we're entitled or something? Yeah, kind of. But at the same time, like, if you're still delivering the goods, people are going to spend thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars and pounds and, you know, pick your currency and spend days, weeks, years of their life playing shit that you made. You know? But they're not looking to invest long term or for quality. They're looking to just get into the market and get as much out of you with as not exactly as little investment as possible. Look at the Battlefield games and tell me that's not true. Look at the amount of updates, maps and things that used to come out. I'm not even talking in boomer days, bro. And then look at it now and tell me I'm fucking wrong. That's all it is. It's just money. Just more money. There's so much more money invested now. They're just trying to squeeze the most at the margins. You know? This is before we even get to how creativity itself seems to be stagnant. And a lot of the stories in this games, the writing, the voice acting, you're just like, really? Like, bro, again, I just, what was it, 6 months ago? Played Manhunt. And, like, it's a little bit rough around the edges, but the story and the atmosphere in the game, bro, it's still on point as fuck. And that game's 25 years old or something. You know? You still play old games now, and yeah, they are janky, and there are faults and there are flaws, but some of it is still banging and still relevant. Gamers will carry on. You're right. I completely agree, Garbage Gamer. There's a big thing in World of Warcraft with the writing. What's the drama in Warcraft? Tell me whilst I go and fight the Knights Cavalry. He just busted me up. I hadn't died for ages. I'm not sure how many times I've died in this run since starting new game. It might literally be none. I can't remember because I've been playing it a lot the last few days. But I was just doing it fine. I fought so many of these guys. And I went to turn and I was stuck on the big column. And then once he killed the horse, it was over. Oh. I was like, oh no. As soon as it happened, I knew it was bad. Cataclysm in it. I never was into Warcraft, not because I don't like the look of it. Cataclysm killed it. Yeah, I saw that quote. Oh shit. Hit me again. Oh, no. Yeah, I got caught on one of that bit. Whoa. He's being a dick. No. Almost nearly dead. Pull your holes. Pull your holes, pussy. Ah. What a dick.
You can have stories like this.
50 minutes. All right, we start watching it.
You can't just keep doing the same story over and over and over, because ultimately, World of Warcraft is not built on this story. What is
majorly
up, everybody?
redesigned the world. A dragon came up out of a cave and fucked the planet up. Worgen, werewolf furries. That was when I checked out of World of Warcraft.
Nixium talks, but a lot has been going on in the background. The wife may or may not be several weeks pregnant now, which I am happy to announce to you all. 2 out of 12, hoping to have a lot of kids one day. And I just was working on this brand new YouTube channel, which I launched just the other day, which is called Basically You. Anyway, let's talk about what you actually came here to hear me talk about, and that is World of Warcraft Midnight and its story, and why why it is not Warcraft. Why do so many people say that about this particular WoW expansion? You know, there have been bad WoW expansions in the past in terms of writing. You know, the best example, of course, is Shadowlands, but I don't remember people like saying that, you know, Shadowlands was like not Warcraft. Like, people would say that Shadowlands was like a Warcraft fan fiction, but it was still Warcraft. Or maybe I'm just misremembering things, but I remember, you know, oh, this is a bad fan fiction. You know, that was the usual criticism that I remember people saying. But Midnight is kind of unique, at least in my experience of the expansion, in that people say that Midnight, it's not that it's a bad fan fiction, like it genuinely is not Warcraft. It does not have the Warcraft tone. You know, me personally, I've been, you know, vocal and a critic of the story of this expansion, not the gameplay so much, but, you know, I've been talking about where the storytelling has been falling flat. But, you know, unless you've seen all of my talks videos, you might not necessarily know where I'm coming from when I refer to like Zul'Jin, for example, as the bad guy in, you know, the like in the current expansion. And you might not know where I'm coming from when I bring up like certain other critiques about characters and stuff, and why they're sort of, you know, poorly written compared to past characters. Anyway, so I wanted this video to kind of be my like be all end all explanation as to why I think this expansion is so weak in terms of its storytelling as well. Like, what I think that Blizzard is truly doing wrong. But really, when it comes to this video, I just want to talk about the 3 big things that everybody loves to talk about when it comes to Midnight. You know, it's not Warcraft anymore. The game is woke,
levels down
and
to
the story is horribly predictable.
Redesign all the classes, the lore, the gameplay. Things
this is going
down
to be a
in
fun
general.
discussion. I'm going to be speaking from the heart, no script or anything. So I'm going to do the best I can, and I'm going to try to keep my thoughts as organized as possible while I float around the Eastern Kingdoms for you all. So here we go. So the first thing that I want to do is I kind of want to just talk about like storytelling techniques and
so how in terms of scale. What one's accurate? Because some of these are bigger than others. I need a map. I need the map. It's massive, yeah? Like, I need like, give me a comparison somehow. I was going to look and say, where is he in the map right now? And what sort of scale am I looking at? Oh, he said he's there. So he's like flying around this area somewhere. And so I'm assuming what you can see is just a very small amount. So how big's one of these islands again? Can you give me like a sort of comparison? Is there any game sort of like this size, this whole air region, like roughly? Is it as big as like, you're telling me it's as big as like 3 Skyrims? Just
how
that
to
one
tell
area.
like an effective and strong and relatable and interesting story. So the first thing I'm going to establish is just something very simple, and that is just
Fallout 4 is like
conflict
15 minutes
or relationship
or whatever it was, that
between
classic
2
video.
parties. You know, honestly,
They're
it
still
probably
quite
would be
big.
better for me to open up MS Paint for this one. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do it. So when it comes to a story, usually you have two different parties. And these people, like these two individuals or two groups or two teams or whatever, like they usually are divided by their perspective on things, by their religion, by their background, by their traditions, by their culture, by their geography or something. But, you know, there is something that divides these two parties, or maybe there's 10 parties or whatever. But, you know, let's just keep it simple right now. A and B. We've got this natural barrier that exists between these two. And, you know, for the sake of making it Warcraft, let's just say that A are a bunch of orcs and B are a bunch of humans. Now bear with me here, because there's many different ways that you can use both A and B in this example in terms of storytelling. So the first storytelling technique that you could do is, here we go, standard Warcraft, when A and B, for whatever reason, are forced into a conflict with one another, maybe by an outside party, or maybe tensions have just been rising over the many years, whatever it is, A and B are forced into a conflict. A great example of this is Warcraft 1, Orcs and Humans. From history, the Iliad, you know, the battle between the Greeks and the Trojans. But we've got these two distinct groups. They are now in conflict with one another, whatever. Another kind of storytelling technique, though, is when maybe you take like an individual from A and you throw him over into B and you see what happens. Great example of this from Warcraft lore might be like when Thrall is, you know, he's taken by Blackmoor and he's raised as a gladiator in, why am I forgetting the name of the place? Durnhold? Yeah, Durnhold Keep. Another example might be Mulan. You know, she dresses as a man, she joins the military, you know, she's fighting with, you know, the Chinese and stuff, and you see what's going to happen there. Another one might be a British fighter pilot. You know, he's flying over Germany during World War II, and then he's shot down, and now suddenly he's left in B territory, and he's like, oh crap, you know, what do I do? Like, this is an interesting form of storytelling, but there's other ones too. Let's keep going. This is something I'm going to come back to here in a minute, is when this barrier that we've established is just shattered. It is broken because some outside element has come in and it has forced both A and B to work together, even though they hate each other, even though they have their differences. You know, element C, you know, this evil person has come along, and, you know, A and B have to team up to fight him. Great example of this, you're probably already thinking it off the top of your head, is maybe Warcraft 3. Horde and the Alliance team up to fight against Archimonde and stuff, against the Burning Legion, against the Scourge. Great. Another one is when maybe one party realizes that, hey, they've got a problem, or maybe they're wrong or something, and the individual or the group, they shatter the barrier, and then they go over and they join the other side. Great example of this, anybody ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender? Zuko. You know, Zuko, he realizes, oh, hey, my quest for honor is very corrupt. My father's kind of evil. He's kind of wicked, very selfish and whatever. And so he decides to break the barrier between him and the Avatar and Team Avatar and stuff, and he actually ends up joining them. And then last but not least, the last one that I can think of off the top of my head is when both A and B, like they, for whatever reason, they both together decide to shatter this barrier between them. Like maybe like it is an outside influence of something, or maybe they just grow as characters and they decide to take down the walls and reconcile, despite the fact this wall has divided them for a long time. Something that comes to mind immediately, and the only reason why I'm thinking about it is because everybody keeps talking about the Disneyification of World of Warcraft. Is maybe like Hiccup and his dad from How to Train Your Dragon. You know, they're separated in their ideologies, but then as the movie progresses and when we reach the end, you know, they kind of learn to like kind of come together and work together, and, you know, in a way they sort of both admit in some ways that they're wrong, and anyway they have a happy father-son relationship or whatever. Anyway, those are the only ones I can think of off the top of my head, but the point is that there's a bunch of different ways that you...
Oh my god, there's too many. There's too... Okay, this has 1 million views. This has 20, this is 20 minutes, this is 50 minutes. Okay, this is 20 minutes. Alright, let's do this. This has got 1 million views. guy went hard.
Oh, look at that.
I'm gonna start this off by saying whatever the hell you do not look in the comment section below. Though I don't usually get many, if any, comments.
Okay.
On my productions, the ones that are there will no doubt spoil what is to come.
Right.
So go into full screen mode and let me show you this, because I promise you, it's going to
really
blow
know
your
what I'm
mind.
talking about, to be
I
honest.
believe I've made a WoW discovery that literally no one else has ever found. No matter how much I try to look it up, there's never any results. No DuckDuck searches, no YouTube videos, nothing. And that's pretty damn surprising, considering this is a game from 2004 that we're talking about here. This is the vanilla WoW world map. As you can see, there's only 2 continents, Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor. Let me ask you a question. Out of all the zones in these 2 continents, which one is the most forgettable? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Alright, time's up. I imagine that the vast majority of people probably answered with Desolace, Silithus, Alterac Mountains, Deadwind Pass, you know, the usual suspects. But there's one zone in Vanilla WoW that literally everyone knows about, but is almost universally forgotten. And that zone is Stone Talon Mountains. Stone Talon Mountains is a contested zone that shares a border with the Barrens and Desolace. The fact that it's a contested zone is quite interesting in of itself, as despite there being many low-level Horde quests available here, for Alliance players, there's almost nothing at all. In fact, I'd be willing to bet that if you're an Alliance main like me, you've probably never even been here before. The zone itself has an extremely unusual design, and there really is nothing else like it in the game. It's essentially one giant valley that connects to 3 different open chasms that are completely different to one another. Due to the zone's odd layout and frustrating quests, even many Horde players tend to skip it entirely when leveling. But I'm not here to talk about the zone or even its quests, but something much, much weirder. We all know that WoW has a day-night cycle that is in sync with the server's time zone. If it's daytime in real life, then it will be daytime in game too. If it's nighttime in real life, then it will be nighttime in game too. A zone's atmosphere can change significantly depending on whether it's day or night, but this is true especially for Stone Talon Mountains. During the day, Stone Talon Mountains just looks and feels like a pretty typical looking place. A bit of trees here, a bit of grass there, but at night, this zone, and the way it feels to be in it, almost completely changes. From the hours of midnight to 5 AM, music no longer plays in the zone. Instead, all you can hear is this strange wind ambience that sounds really freaky. What's weirder is that at night, the entire zone has this creepy red tint to it for seemingly no reason, and there's a ton of fog that limits how far you can see. Not sure if you can really notice it here, but the difference when it's daytime is really, well, night and day. Now obviously when I first discovered this, I was confused just as much as you probably are. Why is it like this? No other zone has effects like these at night. It just seems weird. And again, no matter how much I looked into it, no one had an answer. But that's not even why I'm making this, because yeah, it's weird, but it could just be some sort of attempt at atmospheric immersion. No, I'm making this because of a strange phenomenon that kept happening to my character here. If you know me, then you'll know that I'm pretty much nocturnal, as in seriously nocturnal. I'm always up at night and in the early hours of the morning because that's just how I like it. As a result, whenever I play WoW, it's always in the dark. That's how I noticed how weird Stone Talon Mountains was in the first place. In classic WoW, I had an orc warrior called Warzerg that I would occasionally level up to see what the Horde side of the game was like. Just a way to relax and see what I would have otherwise missed out on my Alliance main. Stone Talon Mountains was one of the zones I ended up leveling in. I remember being taken aback at what a weird, almost psychedelic dreamscape the zone felt like. It reminded me of somewhere where a nightmare would take place, but again, I didn't think anything of it, until this happened. This is a screenshot I took at 2:14 AM on the 20th of October 2020. I'm in the Windshear Crag part of the zone, and as you can see, my character is dead. You're probably thinking that a mob must have got me or something, but no. The reason I took this screenshot is because my character just died, instantly, for no reason whatsoever. I was just running around doing some quest when he just dropped dead. At first I thought that maybe a high-level rogue had got me, then vanished or something, but I didn't see any. And according to my combat log, nothing happened. He just died. I kept this screenshot because I thought I would put it in a future production of mine, as at the time there was a lot of uproar about how badly Blizzard maintained Classic WoW, with there being a ton of bots and gold sellers flying around. I figured it wouldn't be out of the ordinary for there to be bugs like this too, as, after all, this is Blizzard we're talking about here. Either way, I rezzed up and carried on with my questing before heading off for the night. 24 hours later, and I am, once again, questing in the Windshear Crag. Everything was going smoothly, until once again, bam. It happened again. Instant death, no combat log, just dead. I had never experienced anything quite like this. I mean, yeah, WoW could be buggy, but it's never been this bad. I looked back at the screenshot I took the night before and noticed something really unusual. The time of death on both shots was exactly the same, 2:14 AM. That was just way too much of a coincidence to ignore. I tried to make a post on r/classicwow to ask if anyone knew what kept happening to my character, but it got removed and then I was banned for no reason. So yeah, pretty standard. I decided that this was way too much of a coincidence to ignore, so I conjured a plan. The next night, at 2:14 AM, I would have my recorder on, just in case my character died again, so that I would have proof of this weird bug in action. The following is what I captured. Nothing. I waited around for a few minutes longer, but it just wasn't happening. I figured that it really must have been just a weird coincidence. Feeling disappointed, I turned off my recorder and carried on questing. But then, boom. It happened again, this time at 2:47 AM. 3 deaths in a row, on 3 different days, but why was this one at a different time than the others? The only difference I noticed between the last shot and the first 2 is that on the last one, I was at the Charred Vale part of the zone, whereas with the first 2, I was in the Windshear Crag. So, I had another idea. What if I went to the Windshear Crag at 2:14 AM and had my recorder on then instead? Maybe there it would happen again. So, once again, I set my character there and waited. Holy shit. I now had video evidence of this so-called bug in action. But honestly, at this point, I was starting to think there has to be something more to this. Out of curiosity, I wondered that if I went to the Charred Vale at 2:47 again, if it would happen there too. Sure enough, it did. (2:14 AM in the Windshear Crag and 2:47 AM in the Charred Vale. I didn't know what it was, but for some reason, at those times, my character would always just drop dead. It was as if there was an invisible GM playing some sort of practical joke or something like that. But we're not done yet. At the very top of the zone lies the Third Chasm, the Stone Talon Peak. A very leafy and soothing place compared to the other 2. I wondered if the weird deaths occurred there too. Sure enough, they did. 2:28 AM. I tested this again the next day, and it happened yet again. 2:14 AM in the Windshear Crag, 2:47 AM in the Charred Vale, 2:28 in the Stone Talon Peak. Every night, at those times, my character would die without failure or explanation. It would never happen in the valley part of the zone, only in the chasms at those exact times. This wasn't a coincidence at this point. I tried to see if anyone else was in the zone at the same time as me, but literally no one ever was. Not too surprising, as this character is on Dragonfang, which is, yeah, a very dead server to say the least. None of my friends still played, so I couldn't exactly ask them to get a subscription just to test this. And whenever I would ask other people to come to Stone Talon Mountains so that I could watch them drop dead, they were surprisingly uncooperative. I decided to do some hardcore research to see if anyone else had noticed this, scrubbing almost the entire internet for even a nugget of information. But alas, nothing. Well, nothing, except that 2 years ago, back when Classic WoW launched, an old Blizzard developer who had long since left the company, Mike Crond, did a Q&A on the r/WoW subreddit, whereby he answered people's questions about what it was like developing the vanilla game. In his opening remarks, he mentioned that he was behind zones such as Desolus, Feralas, Ashenvale, and Stone Talon Mountains. Despite the Q&A being 2 years ago now, I noticed that Mike was very active on Reddit, albeit almost always posting about non-WoW related stuff. Now, I'm not usually one to pry, but man, if anyone knew what was going on here, it would be this guy, and I'm in way too deep to quit now. I just had to ask. So I did. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea how to open a conversation with a guy who I don't know, and who doesn't know me. I'm not a journalist, I'm a WoW player. By nature, I'm very antisocial and tend not to talk to people unless they talk to me.
Okay.
But this guy wasn't just gonna talk to me by himself, so I decided to try to play it cool. Didn't want to come off as too pushy or anything like that. So I said, "Hey there, is it true you worked on Vanilla WoW back in the day?" Honestly, I didn't expect to get an answer, but shockingly enough, he responded almost instantly. Yup. Well, it's better than nothing, I guess. The ice was broken. I just had a question about one of the zones. Nothing serious, just some trivia that I wondered if you could answer. 2 minutes later, shoot. Talkative guy. I've been on Classic WoW recently and leveling up in Stone Talon Mountains. I've noticed that for some reason, my character dies at set times in the early hours of the morning for seemingly no reason. I know it sounds bonkers, but do you have any idea why that is? It's been driving me crazy for days now. After I asked this, the guy just went completely silent. I'll be honest, I was pretty pissed off. If anyone would know why, it would be this guy, and he just bailed on me for no reason. I figured that all hope was lost and that I'd never know what was behind this, and with my limited audience, there was no way I could make a big enough deal out of it to try to get people to figure it out. So, case closed, I guess. Or so I thought. I am not joking with you. 10 months later, I get another message from Mike. The message literally just said, "The SoCal Lady Killer." I'm like, what? No response. Guy just goes completely quiet again. The SoCal Lady Killer? What the heck was that? I thought that perhaps he had meant to message someone else and this was sent to me by accident. Decided to look into it and this is what came up. The SoCal Lady Killer is the nickname given to an unidentified serial killer who is believed to be behind the murder of 3 women in Southern California throughout the years of 1995 and 1996. Though there is no direct evidence that links the 3 murders together, the modus operandi of the killer was seemingly identical in all of the cases, with the victims' bodies being mutilated in an almost identical fashion each time. The 3 women, all of which were prostitutes, were believed to be lured to a secluded area by the killer, whereby they were then murdered. Again, I had no idea what this had to do with what I asked, until
what times were they
I
murdered?
read this part. The first victim was 28-year-old Whitney Fangson. On the 2nd of August 1995, her body was found on the outskirts of the Windshear lumber mill. Police reports state that she was officially declared dead at 2:14 a.m. 4 months later, on the 5th of December 1995, 25-year-old Sophie Riven was found in an almost identical state at a hotel room in the nearby village of Los Chared. Police reports state that she was declared dead at 2:47 a.m. The third and final victim was 32-year-old Amy Rassan, who 2 months later, on the 17th of February 1996, was found dead by climbers at the base of Sokol Peak. Police reports state that she was declared dead at 2:28 a.m. Windshear Lumber Mill was the basis for Windshear Crag. Los Chared was the basis for the Charred Vale. Sokol Peak was the basis for Stone Talon Peak. In addition, the timing of the victims' deaths correlate exactly with the timing of my characters. The mystery had been solved. The seemingly random deaths are an Easter egg referencing the SoCal Lady Killer. But that's a pretty weird Easter egg, don't you think? I went to ask Mike what on earth made him want to add that in the game, but again, I got no response. But this time, it was different. You see, in the past when I was blanked, Mike was still actively using Reddit obsessively on a daily basis. But ever since that last message, he had stopped completely. Not many people know this, but the state of California actually has an online public database of all its residents that states basic information about them, such as their criminal record, driving viability, and yes, whether they are dead or alive. Well, you're never gonna believe what I found. Michael John Crond, 54, death by suicide. On the 13th of August 2021, the exact same day that he last messaged me. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Crond, World of Warcraft developer from 2004 to 2006, was the SoCal Lady Killer. Stone Talon Mountains, a zone which he designed, is nothing more than a direct reference to the crimes he committed 10 years prior to joining Blizzard. It is an open mockery of his victims, hiding the truth in plain sight while taking great pleasure in how no one else can see it. Typical serial killer behaviour. But if you aren't convinced yet, then let me show you this. Every single chasm has a rare mob that is a direct reference to one of the victims. Whitney Fangson died outside of the Windshear Lumber Mill. Meanwhile, in the Windshear Crag, there's an NPC called Taskmaster Whipfang. Sophie Riven died in Los Chared. Meanwhile, in the Charred Vale, there's an NPC called Sister Riven. Amy Rassan died on the base of Sokol Peak. Meanwhile, in the Stone Talon Peak, there's an NPC called Sentinel Amma Rassan. The cherry on top. In the only safe place in the entire zone, the Sunrock Retreat, is an NPC called Crond. Crond, the Butcher. So the question you're probably asking yourself is, why? Why would he commit suicide? Well, the answer becomes crystal clear if we go back to the SoCal Lady Killer's wiki page. It reads, after being a cold case for over 25 years, on the 2nd of August 2021, LAPD Police Chief Ed Jens announced that the SoCal Lady Killer case had been reopened due to advances in forensic technology that may help finally bring the victims some justice. Mike Crond knew that he was about to be found out. Thus, he ended his own life as to escape justice. But folks, do you want to know the worst part about all of this? The worst part is, I just made all that up. That's right, Mike Crond is not a serial killer. In fact, Mike Crond isn't even real. Hell, his picture isn't even real. It was generated by an AI. There's no such thing as the SoCal Lady Killer, and my character didn't even die randomly in the Stone Talon Mountains. I just got a friend of mine to use the neutral auction house to trade me a dark rune.
I knew,
Hell,
like, obviously,
even the character
when you
isn't
build it up,
even
you're
the
like,
same.
okay, I'm waiting for it,
So,
but...
the question you must be asking is, why? Why did I make up this entire story?
Yep.
Well, you see, it's simple. If I can come up with an interesting and somewhat believable story that grips people enough to keep them listening for 20 minutes, about the pissing Stone Talon Mountains no less, then Blizzard has no excuse to not write a good story of their own, especially with their ridiculously overpaid writing team at their disposal. Dear WoW lore team, get it together, you absolute amateurs.
Oh no! Oh, he got him, son. Yeah, 46,000 million views on that. Very good. I like it. Oh, what's the time? 2:47. I think I was getting shot in Ghost Recon. I was kind of half watching and half playing. I'm sure. Yeah, I got shot. I'm probably gonna. Oh God, we're in the thick of it. That's not good.
I'm opening fire.
Ready? Open fire.
We'll
good.
go.
We all
Well
in one
gone.
piece?
Everyone's dead. Right. Let me grab this. Ah. Ah. What? Oh. Ah. Did I just miss the door or something? Am I being... Am I just being... Yep. I am.
We'll let the rebels know where to find these supplies. They can
Okay.
pay us back later.
Okay, one more. This is Ghost Recon Wildlands. Just got like an update on consoles and shit. They added some stuff. Is there anywhere in it? A helicopter. Right, there's a helicopter there.
Rally on me.
Moving.
But yeah, it was pretty good. If you like the sort of Ghost Recon games. Like Breakpoint's pretty good as well, even though it's kind of fucked when it launched. If you like these sort of games. If. There's a dude. Is he on his own? Nope.
Spotting another tango.
Okay. I'll put it on, I started like a new game. It's pretty massive, this one. All drones. That is Breakpoint. Breakpoint is the one with all the drones. This is the one where you're shooting cartel. And you're just fighting like drug lords and stuff. Pretty good.
I'm moving to position. Unidad bird on patrol. Watch out.
I can afford to do that. Just hit him in the chest. It's fine.
We ought to be able to find some intel around here.
We're just hanging out of their helicopter. Oh, there's a dude. Wait. Give me that. Yeah, like Breakpoint's kind of the same. It's a bit... The movement is a bit better in Breakpoint. The gameplay in general is a little bit tighter. But the map, I think the map in Breakpoint, even though I like it, the map is not as good as this one, even though we've got some weird lighting thing going on right here. The map in this one is very good. And there's a bit more... This story does drag in this because the game's very long. They made a bit more of an effort with the story in this one. In Breakpoint, even though they got that one guy to play the baddie for the main story... what's his name? Punisher.
I'll fly.
Can't remember his name. You know the guy I mean. But even though they got him to be the main baddie, it's still like the story's pretty weak in Breakpoint. Especially again, even now and when it launched, it was just not very... it's just kind of weak all round, really. Where have we got something? Okay, we can get that. But yeah, they're definitely still worth playing. If you like games like this, they're definitely worth it. But the actual, like, the gameplay loop itself is always pretty solid with Ghost Recon. Even when it went open world, it's still like the sort of squad-based stuff. It all still works pretty well. And it's still like very fun to play. It's just the story since like the last two, even the story in Future Soldier is pretty good. But the story in the last two has been a little bit whack. If I can use a terrible phrase like that. Chopper doesn't have guns on it either. I don't think. Land it. Yeah. Oh! Okay. Okay. We nearly crashed it, but it's fine. Did it have guns on it? Maybe we did. No, we didn't. And I could have landed right next to him and just kicked it all off, but it's not as fun, is it? And again, like, the atmosphere in this game is a little bit cooler than Breakpoint, I would say. Like having played, because I played the other one recently because I was finishing some like. With Breakpoint, they did do a bunch of like free DLC and free updates and a bunch of shit after the fact. So I played it recently, like quite a lot. And the atmosphere in this one's still a little bit better, a little bit cooler, I would say. Again, I think that's just because of the story and the setting. Breakpoint is just set on these islands. It's all kind of looks the same. All the architecture is kind of the same. It's not like the map is bad. But this one, there's quite a lot of variation from like one side to the other. definitely a dude in.
Deploying drone.
Oh, something. The fuck? Must be too far out. Uh-oh. Creeping, they totally can't hear me. It's gonna be fine. Oh. The thing in this, in Breakpoint, you can basically base jump from anywhere. Like a ledge like this, you could probably climb up on that and parachute off. I don't think you can in this one. I think you can only do it out of vehicles. I might be wrong and I just don't remember. But I've tried a few times, and if you can, I can't work it out. And there's dudes here.
Got another tango.
I'll see it. Kill them dudes. There's guys right here somewhere. They must be in there. Yeah. Oh, there's no one near the thing at all. What the fuck? That's how we're doing this? Oh, that might kill me. Oh, that might kill me. That won't. That won't. That won't. That won't. Yeah. That won't. Oh, there's a thing as well. Are they all these dudes just in the building?
Tango number 3. That makes 5.
And in here. Fucking hell, there's loads of them. Anything that makes me a bit sad about this one, having played the other one recently, oh, there's still more unmarked. There's still more. Is that in the... You didn't get it from the start, but in the other one... Oh, shit, there's so many in there. In the other one, you get a... you get the cloak now, like the stealth thing, like invisibility. Okay, that's everyone. There's someone here, but they're far enough away, we don't worry about it. Oh, there's 5 dudes in that building. Yeah, we're avoiding this right now.
Yo, I got a weapons case here. Awesome. I can put this to use.
Let's see if we can get these guys. Oh.
got eyes on a sniper.
Wonder if they'll be able to get in a position where they can shoot these guys.
Target marked. Target lost.
He had him for a little bit.
Got the target. Lost the target.
Oh. These guys are moving around now. It's gonna get messy. Oh, they're all moving around now. The fuck? They all just decided, right, it's time. That was pretty good, like at night and shit. If it was daytime, I'd have been spotted right there. That was pretty good. Oh.
Moving to position. I need to get to a better position. Eyes on the target. Let me get a good sight line.
No, the other guy. That guy.
I need a better position. Target acquired. Going on. Enemy down.
That was close. I missed that guy. Get these two. Oh, they're sleeping. How was that not a headshot? That was weird. I was like too close to him or something.
What's up, Karen? Thanks for that intel on the rival cartel.
That's very weird.
This information, all that cloak and daggery stuff, it helped out with that Sicario El Jefe made me interrogate.
I think these guys are the same thing.
I'd like to say that my afternoon with Yuri and Polito was the first time I'd ever enjoyed hurting a prisoner, but
I know, he's alive.
it'd be a lie. I won't pretend I feel guilty about it, but it's not something I advertise.
I'm moving to position.
I feel like we can be the bad guy just as much as we can be the good guy. You know what I mean?
No target. Repeat.
Like
No
these two
target.
lovebirds, for all that bad shit they're capable of, they are
Oh, just as I shot this guy, he lost his target, and again, we nearly got spotted. I had to finish it off.
They got this reputation as
I should have maybe grabbed him, but it's fine.
you know, they probably are, but most of their interrogation methods are textbook.
And that worked pretty well, didn't it?
The manual from the School of the Americas. The rest of it, all that kinky shit Polito says he got out of some sexy French novel called Story of the Eye. Look, I'm not defending them, I'm not. I'm just saying that they're not creative. And if they're not thinking up wacky pit and pendulum type stuff, and if they are able to be as in love as they are, well...
Roger. Let me get in position.
Well, they can't be like... pure evil.
Roger. Target acquired.
Yuri and Polito just
They freak out about.
out loud.
Watch for civilians. We don't want to kill somebody by mistake. Engage. Target eliminated.
Which just
close.
makes them weird and psycho.
What they freaked out about?
Not evil, right?
There's a thing here, isn't there? Whatever.
They're gonna make you back up.
Some guy creeping here.
Get back before they make you.
Sniper out there.
Oh, what scope you got on that, bro? Oh, I don't think that means I can get that for that gun now. I'll put a suppressor on it. I'll take your M40. I didn't have that scope for mine. We did it. And we just about got away with it. Nearly got flubbed a few times. There's probably more dudes hanging out up there. But yeah, we nearly got fucked a couple of times, but it's okay. It weren't too bad. But as you can see, the map is quite big. When I originally beat it, I remember it taking me a while. But some of it is open, like some of the map. Like I remember this top corner here. There's a lot of like desert. Some of it's quite mountainous. So you can see there's like big locations. That's something. Is that the new mission they added? That might be something they added or a DLC that I've forgotten about. They've added a mission as well. I can't remember how you access it. They've added a few little new things. Yeah, it's still pretty good, I would say. Obviously, it suffers a bit from the whole, this is like the Ubisoft formula. But it's not that bad on the, this is the Ubisoft formula thing, you know. But it definitely, and it went on sale because this come out and all that, so yeah, definitely get it. Anyway, I'm going to do stuff, tidy up, make some food. I'm not packing, but I'm throwing a bunch of stuff away today. So that'll be fun. We'll raid Goon, because Goon is live. Thank you all for hanging out this wonderful morning. I appreciate that. And I'll be back later, probably, mostly, you know how it is. Have a nice day.